All right. Now that I know how to do this. All right. Hi, Ozak. Hi, Bessie. Hi, Dominique. Oh, I actually have the tripod working, I think. Kind of, maybe. So, how are you guys today? Okay, it says only two? Really? Ashley, hi. So anyone can actually. Oh, hi, Jose. There we go. All right. So I haven't been on live in like a hot minute. Um, like I said, I was tinkering with my uh can everybody hear me? I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So um yeah. Hey Brave, I'm actually doing good. I have the house to myself. Um and um oh thank you. It's always weird when you have um a tripod. Like I'm literally have it sandwiched between my legs, just like now. um so yeah. Oh, hi, reptile. Um, so yeah, everybody is oh Mr. Day. Everybody in the household actually went to the beach and which isn't that bad for me because I get the house to myself. It's a little too quiet though. Um, but what is everybody doing? If you want to come on, that's awesome. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things. I didn't see Justin or Chris going on today, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go now. So, how is everyone? Happy hump day. I had to make sure that all of the animals were loved and supported and all of that good stuff. Made sure that the dogs went outside and yeah, mini vacation. Um, hey, Morbid. Uh, the when is Subway bringing back your sweet onion dressing? Actually, at my store, we already have the sweet onion dressing. It depends on I've noticed that it depends on the franchise since they're still working out their kinks and stuff. So I still have my Crunch Gang shirt on. I think Riley brought his Crunch Gang shirt just for like nighttime and whatnot. So, oh, that's good, Ashley. I just I miss going live. I actually do. I was going to like surprise other people and go on their lives, but I can't crash their party anymore. So keep on moving this thing. So, the sweet onion sauce is still around. I know um, our store has it. I think they have um, the new garlic aioli is like I know. I personally don't eat the I don't. I tried the sweet onion sauce. I'm not a big fan of it, so I don't usually promote it. And I only promote the stuff that I actually do eat, like the steak and cheese with a little bit of ranch. Oh, and Brave, how are you doing? Yeah. Um, today we had, yesterday we had a order come in for 3 foot, 2 foot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Words are really hard for me today. Um, 2 3 foot party subs. So tomorrow I'm going to be baking nothing but bread tomorrow. So along with the cookies and um, the other bread that I need too. I actually look better than how I was last week. Right in here feels weird, but no, they won't look at you funny. I actually had a lady today bring the tiniest um ketchup bottle. That those little tiny things, um, that you see. I don't know where she got it, but it was um oh, congratulations, Ashley. That is awesome. Every time I go to Subway, pizza with black olives on it with Parmesan or foot long Italian herbs and cheese with a bunch of veggies. Actually, you can't go wrong with a veggie sub. I kid you not. Um, there was this lady. I told everybody in chat before, but um, the other day there was this lady that came in with oh, hi Connor. There's this lady that came in, wanted to put like a whole bunch of footlongs, and the 1 foot long was ham and extra, extra, extra olives. And then she got mad at me because I only gave her, 3 big handfuls. And my hand is pretty big for, being a girl. Oh, thank you, Ashley. That means a lot. Actually, just everybody coming in here means a lot to me. Um, yeah, so the lady even said, I want an obscene amount of black olives. And I was like, obscene amount of black olives. And I don't think that her context and my context of what she just said to me was, you know, um, I think she thought, Uh, you know what? I was so close to dumping the whole container. I had maybe about a handful and a half left, but um, working with my sister, she was standing right next to me, and she's like, "That's a little much." um, and yeah, it was something. I going with what Mr. J is saying right now, between black olives and green, I prefer the black olives because the green has a little uh had too much sweetness. Fungus Queen, hello, girly. Um, so yeah, um, but apparently the same lady came in today and she's like, the last time that you made my sandwich or made the sandwich, you made it perfect. And I was like, okay. And then she, instead of black olives today, she wanted pickles. And I was like, do you want pickle or do you want pickle? And she goes, I want pickle. I was like, okay. So I ended up giving her 3 handfuls on her sub. And then I gave her like those little soup bowls that are like about this big. And I gave her a whole bunch of that. And I was like, okay, here you go. Have fun. She's like, oh, he'll love you. I was like, whoever it is, tell him that they're extra. Oh, thank you, Connor. I try to do walk and talks. I might do one tomorrow morning because um I have to open. So best believe that I'll be doing walk and talks in the morning. I'm sorry, e reptile. That's my livelihood. Hey, Cat Eye. Did I say hello to you? Anyone else up rearranging their apartment at 9:30 p.m.? Actually, yesterday that was us. Before everybody went on their vacation, um, my sister and her boyfriend were up till like midnight cleaning the house so his mom could come in and there wouldn't be a disaster. That would be hard for me because I hate mustard. So putting mustard on, I would little, be like a little squirt. Oh my gosh. Um, Actually, to tell you the truth, I can't eat the garlic sauce, the garlic aioli. It goes, yeah, it a couple of bites of that, and my stomach is like, nope, not happening. Mm-mm, no. But why are you rearranging your apartment now? Oh, thank you, Fungus Queen. Yeah. I actually shared on my Instagram the cookies that I made. Um, almost every morning I make the cookies. I bake them. Well, I don't make them, you know. They're already uh pre-done. They're like this big, and then all I do is just plop them on a baking sheet, and apparently they go for only 9 minutes if they're darker than they usually are. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, if they go darker, they're no good. So I actually had one of the higher ups come in and he's like, I don't know what you do, but these are really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. So hold on. I have the boniest butt ever. And I'm trying not to hit at the same thing on this. Oh my God. Yeah. Um, our living room was atrocious. And you would think being with kids and whatnot, we would know. But yeah, the whole house is nice. It's quiet though. It's very quiet. Um, yeah. We had Madison is a Labradoodle and she's 3 years old. She looks like a mop with feet. If you look on my Instagram, she's usually the one that I photograph. All right, hurry back. He's probably going to go to Subway now, courtesy of me. Yeah, so it's one of those things that you know. Um, yeah, I'm surprised the dog isn't even barking. I'm thinking about putting the snake racks in the front room. Hmm, is it a big room? I don't remember uh if it's a big room or not. That would probably be the best bet. So they're out of the way. Or they could be a starting point, whoever comes over to your house. It's funny because right behind this door, over on, well, my right, your left, we have the snake uh, cage. So I can have real internet. Yay! The shop is, yeah, pretty much. Well, that's exciting, Fungus Queen. That's awesome. All right, Michaela. I know that you feed the snakes. We actually fed Luna. I would. Hey, hey, Justin. You guys didn't go on, so I decided to go on. I was bored. I needed something to do. I was going to crash your live, but oh well. Actually, you know what? That's what we did to our kitchen table. If you hear a bark in the background, that is Megan. She's 15 years old. We call her Karen because she has a bladder of like a 90-year-old. So I just took her out before I went live. So she, yeah, she went both. So I think she just likes to people watch. And yeah, she really does. She likes to people watch. Ah, thank you. Actually, I did see the video, Justin's video this morning while I was at work. I'm not going to lie. One of these days, I'm just going to vlog. Uh, I was thinking of vlogging the party bread tomorrow because I have to make two 3-foot subs, and I'm going to be doing a lot of baking. That's a lot of sweatiness on my part. It's one of those things where I like what I do, but the preparation is unreal. And then, oh, sorry. Um, and then before I left at 2, um, yes, I do. I would, yes, I do, Kurtwood. I would so sport that around. I And speaking of you, I actually saw the horse and buggy that has your sticker on the back of their buggy. It was so funny. This one lady goes, "Oh, they got a snake on their buggy," and I was like, "Yeah, welcome back, E Reptile. Not bad for 17 minutes. Hey, yeah, um, yeah." So we have Madison, who is a Labradoodle. Megan is a collie terrier something. I forget. But she's older than Hills. Um, she barks at random things. The poor girl is blind and deaf. So whenever we take her out, we have to come up to her and touch her. And if she's looking in the vicinity of design one, go check her teeth. I don't need you to call your lawyer though. Uh, no, but I would so sport that shirt too. I have my Crunch Game shirt on right now. You can't see it, but because I'm hunched over, I use yeah. Your sticker is on a horse and buggy, or on the horse buggy. Yeah, one of the smaller ones. Yeah, it it's not as noticeable because you know it's right off in the corner on the left side. Yeah. Um, I got lucky because I was talking to the owner of the horse buggy, and it wasn't, if it was the Amish, you wouldn't be able to do it, but the Mennonite family, who are who still have their horse and buggy, um, I'd be I'd be Kurtwood's VP, but I don't want to be president. Actually, I don't blame you. I think the vice president has more fun. So yeah, it's one of those things where um where it's just fun. Um, but yeah, there is Amish. Actually, there's more. I would say there's equal parts to Amish and the Mennonites. The Mennonites come in more often than the Amish. And it's funny because you could tell the Amish because not only the horse and buggy, but because of the straw hat. Today, I kid you not, there must have been four different Amish family going from their little stall to um, Sharp Shopper, the plaza that we are in, and it's all. I think it's so cute because you see mom and dad walk by, and then you see like this crescendo of kids, and the crescendo goes all the way down, and I saw the cutest little girl with a bonnet. She couldn't have been more than like 2 years old, just walking on by. And then she saw me and started waving, and I thought that was pretty cute. We have a big Amish communities in Kansas. Actually, there is a big one. Let's see, over that way. Yeah, just right up the road. Actually, not even a block and a half away. Told them and said thank you. Uh, I've been trying to get a pic, but to tell you the truth, they might go 20 miles an hour, but they are quick. Like they don't mess around. It sucks when you are behind them because I automatically have the Jeopardy theme song stuck in my head. Yeah, yeah. Well, I found out that half of the Amish came from Ohio. So, yeah. Hey, Brad. I didn't even see you come in. You were sneaky. So, yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, this is awesome. You know, I think I told everybody about the Amish dude that forgot his phone. He's from the new order. The old order doesn't, fuck around with technology. I'm sorry. Um, and yeah, Brad is sneaky. I didn't even see him come in. Of course, I was yapping, so I don't care. Um, but yeah, whoever wants to come up and join me, so I'm not blathering all by myself, that would be great. But if you don't want to, it's fine. Um, yeah, I just came on because I know that I'm not going to sleep right away because my whole family is gone. Uh, yeah, Riley is on vacation. Tessa is on, or his sister is on vacation. Um, Jess and I opened this morning and I was like, okay, we have the inventory. You count over here, I count over there. By 11, your ass should be gone. And she's like, well, um, the boyfriend uh, hasn't, got his stuff together. And I was like, well, he better go or else, he better get his stuff uh, put together or else you're leaving without him. I'll say hi to him when I get home. And she starts laughing. It's yeah. So right now I have all of the animals keeping me company. Um, right behind this door, uh, Madison is laying up against the door. I can hear her pant behind me. And the one who barks alive, that's the 15-year-old dog. Yeah. I think she hears my voice and so she automatically barks, knowing full well that she's already gone outside. There. Sorry, I had to clean out my phone for a second. Oh, hi, Isaiah. Wow, 10 people. Awesome. How are you doing? I'll probably do another Oh, you got a new kitty. Oh, we have we actually have a kitten. It's a black one. Her name is Nixie. She's spoiled rotten. Um, but I went in to my sister's bathroom because that's where they have her because the dogs basically terrorize her. And baby girl, oh, awesome. Yeah, Nixie is this, little cute black midnight looking dog or cat. Yeah, she meowed at me and then tried to attack my feet. I was like, and I'm giving you treats. Mm. Wow. Yeah, Isaiah, it's been like forever since we've seen you. You don't come in very often. I know that you come in Sherry's. Um, do you think if we say Sherry's name like 3 times, she'll come? I said Justin's name and he popped in. So, yeah. Um, the laundry is in the dryer. I did a lot of adulting today. Um, oh, and speaking of Amish, uh, the Amish family that, well, the dude that forgot his phone the last time, he came in today and he patted his breast pocket and he goes, my phone is in here. I'm not losing it. You won't see it. I was like, oh, that's okay. So, um, yeah, I thought it was pretty cute. He actually remembered. I did find out that from the Amish families, depending on certain like groups, certain groups, they can go into establishments um, and whatnot. So it's pretty uh, it's pretty cool. You could tell the old order from the new order. The old order has the black bonnets on their head. Um, they usually wear all black. And that's where, the stares come from. They'll stare at you, they won't talk to you. And it's kind of weird when you're at Walmart and a Amish person just stares at you. It's like, okay, all right, hurry back though. I'll be on for a little bit, at least like 11:30, 12. Gonna see if I can make it a whole hour or so. Um, I'm really not that tired. Um, I usually wake up at 6:30. Okay, correction. My phone goes off at 6:30 and depending on how I feel, I might hit the snooze button like about 6 times. All right. Yep. All right, Kurtwood. Have a good night. Um, yeah, I already took a shower earlier. I smelled like sweat and Subway and it was grody. Ugh. Yeah, it was just gross. Um, but yeah, it's one of those things that um I have to I have to do all of my Avon stuff is like by my foot, so I kick it, which I made a $30 order today at on my Avon site. I had no idea that people still looked at my Avon site, and it was awesome because um I got a notification saying, "Congratulations, you got a new order from a new person." And I was like, "Well, awesome." So, um, yeah, I would bring. Well, hey, Kara, I would bring the snake into my room, but she's been in the middle of shed, and she's kind of cranky. Yeah, she is. She's kind of cranky. Um, so I'll leave it to my bestie to share the link. I love it. I do. I love it. Since I haven't gone on, I was debating on if I should because of still the stroke like thing, but my face is getting back to normal. I do feel better. I thought I feel better this week than I did last week. Um, and I don't have a lot of people bullying me like uh, they did last week. Um, so I'm just trying to fix around me because I keep on hitting stuff. But yeah, my face, I can actually feel my face, which is awesome because for the longest time I wasn't able to feel like around here or over here. So, oh, that's Madison. She's itching and hitting the door at the same time. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, so what are you guys all doing? Just staring at me? Pretty much. I thought Justin and Chris would go on today. I was all looking forward to that. Um, but it's all good. Going to cut rats. Ooh, that just sounded odd. Um, so yeah. Well, have fun with that. I actually cut little shrimp and for uh for a friend of mine. So for the longest time, I had shrimpy smelling hands. So I was like, no, I'm good. But the house is cleaned. Um, yeah, I did a little bit more of my before you went live. I just came in right before you came live. Spent most of the day pulling weeds and chopping them with a machete. Hey, yeah, I had to. I picked up dog poop. Yeah, I had to make sure that all of the yard was presentable. I didn't want to have any messes in the morning from the dogs, so I went out and I cleaned up dog crap. 46 pieces of new 4-inch sewer pipe today for our house we are working on. But 3 days. Holy crap. Painted a room too. I did a lot of cross stitch. I wasn't in the mood for cross stitch for the longest time, and I am doing like 2 projects, actually 3. Um, I have um, I am doing one for Michaela, one for my sister's boyfriend. For the love of God, this old woman is. You know what? Our floor in the living room, there's a whole bunch of soft spots off in the corner. I don't want to see how expensive that is. We already had an estimate. Um, One of our coworkers, he does flooring on the side. This old lady dog is going to bug me. She's barking. She knows that I'm in here. Uh, Actually, floor is fun to do. Um, if you know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, so it's probably going to be boring for me. But yeah, since we actually live in a trailer, so most of it, yeah. double wide. Yep, pretty much. That's how we are. Shape. Yeah, that's how we are, Kara. We have a double wide. It's solid, but the guy that out and didn't seal properly, so now it's rough and rigid and uneven. Actually, ours is just weather warped. Uh, we had a leak in our heating system. So in the back, when you go in back to where the washer and dryer is, like right in front of it, there's this big sinking. Yeah, you walk. One minute we were walking fine. The next minute, there you could see a noticeable dip in it. Yeah, it. Yeah, the hot water heater broke, so if your floor is still good, maybe that will help. Yeah. Um, there is a ceiling that we did put down. I would replace the tile though. Yeah. I don't like hardwood floor in the bathroom either. That just looks weird. Um, but we have, I believe it's kind of, it looks like concrete type stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things. So it's um yeah. Our the maintenance for our trailer is just atrocious. Um I'll look into that. I know little to nothing about this stuff. Yeah, I don't know about it either. If you um usually I play dumb to it. So um yeah, our back, I'm not looking forward to replacing the back uh floor, the flooring. Everything will have to be pushed to the front, and we just got it cleaned up. So, um, luckily in the living room, it's not that noticeable. It's off in the corner, and usually our futon hides it. So, um, and usually nobody goes back there. Hey, Macy, long time no see. I usually see you in the chat, so um, yeah, it's rare that I go live. Usually I want to go live, but everybody is sleeping, and since I have the house to myself, I'll just, you know, I just wanted to go live. So, um I figured, you know, what better way to show people that I'm okay than to go live. I'm very shiny today, so I was in the sun. I actually walked home and I found a really awesome shortcut that I don't have to go um, on the road at all. It's kind of nice when you know certain people that you can cut into their field, because basically there's a main road and then an off road. The off road nobody really pays attention to on the side, because you can go 45 or 50 down that road, and if you're walking on the side of the road, yeah. Well, hello, cosmic comment in there. Yeah. I like your, hey, I like your name. That's awesome. I'm getting new people. Um, yeah. Fun fact, uh, the person that I went to the Hamburg reptile show, his name is Paul. We've been friends for like 9 years. And in those 9 years, I basically kept him at, I, I kept friend zoning him. Well, I guess he didn't like it. And he basically told everybody that I was his girlfriend, which that's a no-go because I'm single and, I already have, you know, um, I've already established this. So he's been fighting with me for the past couple of days. Why aren't you going out with me? Why can't I call you my girlfriend? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you're older than I am. I'm pushing 40. You are in your 40s. If he wasn't so thirsty and the fact that I, I'm not attracted to him at all, ugh, like, like I said, we've been friends for 9 years. Next year will be 10 years. And I just don't see him like that. And now he's all but hurt. He's like, oh, he messages me all the time. He's like, I can't believe that, you have your chance and now you don't want, to be with me. And I was like, I don't see you like that. I don't know how many times you have to go through and tell a person no. There's only so many ways you can say no. And I think he finally gets it. Um, the last time I was like, why are you going to destroy a friendship? I don't see you like that. Yeah, believe me, I tried. I was like, well, can I see myself with him in like the next year? And I looked at him and I'm like, he's more of a brother to me than anything else. Um, and I am sweating. Um, so yeah, he's been bugging me. Um, and I think that's half of the reason why I had the stroke like symptoms because I was stressing about it and it finally caught up with me while I was working and I literally felt my face droop halfway through working. And there's really nothing anybody can do, you know. Um, and it's just uh, it's just an inconvenience. And with my Bell's palsy, it's more profound because Bell's palsy is um, with your facial nerves. So for the longest time, I had the hardest time with the letter P, which actually sounds better this week than last week. And I'm going to move this. Hold on a second. Stay. Move this. So I'm going to give you an inside scoop. And hold on. Let's see. Which way are you going? My girlie. Hi. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. All right. This is Madison. Madison. Okay, fine. That is the living room. And Megan just sat down. That's Megan. That's the old dog. But I had to get, what is that? Oh, that's the cage. I was like, there's something red behind me. Oh my God. So, yeah. So I had to open the door or else the dogs would bark. And I got okay, a friend, actually, this painting, a coworker, one of my coworkers actually bought it at at a market for like $2 and basically thought of me the whole time. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. Rat sandwiches. Oh, awesome. Are they huge? Are the gillas actually huge or are they small? Hi, Luke. Sherry, it's about time that you come in. Now it's a party. Now, instead of looking at you, you get to look at me. If you want to come in, you can. I don't care. Uh, just request yourself. I don't care. Um, yeah. So I got this. It's pretty huge. Like I said, oh wow, 16 to 18 inches. Holy crap, that's huge. That's like mammoth. Madison, come on. Come on. I know you want to kiss me. I know you do. Jerk. Yeah. The dogs, actually, the animals don't know what to do with themselves because I'm the only one here. And usually at this point, everybody else is either in their bedrooms or in the living room. So, um, yeah. Yeah, she's a huge puppy. I got two. The one is actually Megan looks like she's on her deathbed right now. She's in the middle of you can't see her, but she's right in there. Yeah, she's right there, laying down. I think as soon as I opened the door, she's like, "Oh, there's a person." Um, Sorry, would have been here earlier, but rough day again. Oh, that's okay. Everybody has a rough day. Um, Health wise or um, other. So, yeah. Like I said, I was just bored. Like, I came home, nobody was home. Everybody left by 1 o'clock. Jess left early today at work. She left at 11, so everybody can roll out by 1. Um, yeah, hey, I hope you're okay. I know how it goes, you know. But luckily my face is much better. Hey, Luke, how are you doing? I know, I know it's late on a Wednesday. Is that you? The old dog is wheezing, so I have to check on her every 5 seconds. I would take out um out Luna, our ball python, but she's kind of feisty right now, and uh she tried to strike at me twice. So I'm like, no, ma'am, you're being a little twat. You're good. Um, but I've been doing pretty good with her. She got fed and I think she's going into shed. It's only 9 there. Yeah, it's going on close to 11. I don't usually go to bed right away. Obviously, if I'm in everybody's lives. I know by the time I get to Sherry's and Michaela's, I'm half past, knocked out. But the other day I don't remember whose live I was in. I was in chat. I heard voices and I must have fell asleep for a few. I woke up and I'm like, why am I hearing voices? And sure enough, I was still in chat. I know, we're all getting old. I could tell when it's 2 o'clock at work. I don't even have to look. I know when it's 2 o'clock at work because that's when A, I usually get off of work, and B, the caffeine wears off. So I'm kind of irritable. And today I got off of work like 5 minutes early. I was so happy. Oh, I am so tired. But I know if I lay down, I'm like, has anyone else done the same? You are so tired during the day, but by the time you lay down, you can't fall asleep. I do that all the time. It is fun when you fall asleep, then realize you're still in life. You don't know how long you've been out. True. Yeah. What kind of snakes killed the Viking king finger? That's actually a good that's actually a good question, Jessica. I don't know. Uh are they poisonous? Are they poisonous? Um we had feral cats running around work the other day. We almost hit one. I was like, dude, you need to like look where you're going because we are in um it's funny because the plaza that we're in is like right smack dab in the middle of, we're on the outskirts of the actual city of Ephrata, but we're also on the outskirts of Amish country. So we're like right in the middle. And so you get all sorts of walks of life. You get the Karens who are the uppity CEOs and whatnot. And then you get the Amish and the New Order Amish and Mennonites. Um, and it's kind of cool, but it's kind of daunting because the sharp shopper is the Mennonite supermarket for them. And they have no feminine products whatsoever. I, I was just being nosy, just seeing what they have at the sharp shopper market. Yeah, no feminine products. They do have a whole boatload of Depends, just saying, but they don't have like any feminine products. They have the tiniest shampoos, like about this big, and they're they're super cute and stuff, but um, and everything is reasonably priced. It kind of reminds me of like Dollar General. You can easily get away with. Um, yeah, I would be Googling away too. Um, Viking King Ragnar. Is that big? I don't know. That's actually something awesome to Google. Lately, I've been going on line on Facebook, and they have like uh, the reels and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of history stuff, weird facts, weird history, and stuff like that. That's funny to fall asleep to because you'll I'll fall asleep to learning about Victorian whatever, like Henry the Eighth or something like that, and then I'll wake up and I think yesterday I woke up and I was listening out of nowhere. It said, now let's, venture and see what they did uh, what were the Egyptians' habits on eating or makeup. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's how I get my useless information. I literally have useless information. Yay! Welcome back, Fungus Queen. Did the is everything okay with the call and everything? Everybody's good? Damn kids are so needy. Yes, yes. Riley absolutely loves all of his stickers. I caught him yesterday or the other day, rearranging all of the stickers that he accumulated. That was funny to watch, and, uh, oh, thank you, Sherry. Um, if you want to jump on, you can. Um, but it was funny because, he ranks everything. And of course, if Justin is still in, my animal house is his favorite because he got a shirt. And now Kurtwood is awesome because he got a shirt. And yes, I think the other day he's like, so who else am I going to get a shirt from? And I'm like, I don't know. When I get the funds, you'll see. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you can hop on for a little bit. I'm going to shut this door though because, oh, me and my big butt. I got a big butt. Oh, there we go. Oh, she's probably going to get mad at me and bark at me, but I don't care. I oh, go back to my spot so I can straddle my tripod. Oh, there we go. I swear I use the door as the back post. I do. Uh, I'll send him the shirt. Don't have shirts for my channel, so it's just gonna be one of my own shirts. Aw. Aw. You don't have to. He's gonna be like, well, where did this shirt come from? E Reptile said that he wanted to give you a shirt because you are collecting shirts. And I I kid you not, he would probably um run around with your shirt on just because. Oh my God. Yeah, he's going to drown. Actually, you know what? Kurtwood gave him a young, I think young large, and he uh uh why did that young or why did that weird guy send me his shirt? Um if I say that it's part of the reptile community, he is the most humble kid ever. He is. He's the most humble kid ever. So it doesn't matter as long as he has them. You think kids are needy? I have to cut rats in 4 pieces for the Gila kid. Uh, that is really needy. Wow. I don't want to make merch, but I have been thinking about doing stickers. Actually, you know what? If you send him stickers, he will parade it. I will make sure that we do a vlog. Ah, yes, definitely. If you guys send him stuff, he always likes making vlogs with me. And literally, I had been holding on to the Kurtwood shirt for like 2 days. And it was sitting on the coffee table. And every time that he would pass by it, he goes, "That's mine, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, when am I going to open it?" And I'm like, "When I feel good and ready to." Um, you know what? Actually, it would be awesome just to have a mushroom shirt from Fungus Queen. I think that would be really awesome. He would, I kid you not, we were literally talking about some of the YouTubers that I know, like My Animal House. He's really into My Animal House, obviously, all of you guys. Um, but his favorite is Moto Danger Squad. And I kid you not, when Moto actually uh, sent him the voice, uh, the voice creating, you would thought you would have thought that I had given him $1 million. He's like, that is so awesome. He knows my name. I was like, yeah, well, that's what I do. So, um, but he actually really likes Bozaval's, well, Aaron, the flag sticker. Oh my God. He absolutely likes it. He loves it. Not only is he fl- all to his glory exotic. Well, hi. Short with bullfrogs and has them wave at. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, yeah. Well, notify me about that video. That way I can actually send him. He's, believe it or not, he's been sending me because he now has me on Messenger, and so he's been sending me TikToks, sending me reels. Like whenever my phone gets blown, it's either Michaela or Riley. That's usually the two people that blow up my phone. Um, but Riley sends me, I'll shoot one tonight or tomorrow and have it ready for Tuesday or Thursday. Okay. Uh, see if I can actually do it. Like, all right. Let's see. Hold on a second. Come on. You can do it. My phone is going to be a retard. Uh, do, do, do. Oh, yeah, there we go. Woohoo! I did it! Oh my God, I did it. Hey, I did something. I did it. I remember when I first started the lives, I couldn't do it. I was like, well, what do I do? So, yeah. Ooh, I gotta get. All right. Yay. Uh, well,
Hey,
hi.
hi.
Hey, I did it.
Yes, you
Um,
did. You did
well,
excellent. I knew you
oh,
could.
yeah, I know. Well, it said guest, and I'm like, can I do that on my phone?
Apparently, you
Well,
can.
yes, I can. So, how are you feeling?
Ugh.
That's how I felt this morning. Oh my God.
Oh,
That's how I felt.
it's been horrible because we have a storm coming in, and that affects my
Ooh.
fibro, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
severe. Yeah, it
Yeah.
hasn't really come in yet, but I'm
No.
doing a little better because I also had, well, somewhat food.
That does not count as food, or that's what people tell me. That's what people tell me all the time. That's not food.
Counts as
I
junk.
well, yeah, true. No, the other day I went to the gas station because I'm broke and I couldn't go to Dunkin' right away.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you make the coffee uh just right, you can make it to your pleasing.
Yeah.
Well, mind you, I had been at work with no caffeine, no nothing, so people just know how peachy I was that day. So I get off of work early and
Hmm.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gas station and I'm going to get coffee or at least iced coffee, to tide me over. That way
Right.
I'm not a grump when I get home, courtesy of the coffee. And I get in. Now, mind you, that day I had no Karen whatsoever at work. I was so pleased with myself until I got to the gas station.
Uh oh.
Yeah, until I got to the gas station, this lady sees that I am prepping myself for an iced coffee, equal amount of sugar and cream, not so much, not so much sugar because I don't need it, but at least the cream part. And I'm just dumping stuff in and minding my own business, doing my own thing. And this lady looks at me, looks me up and down, and she goes, "Do you really need coffee?" I looked at her and I was like, "Well, with a question like that, yes, I do." and and I no and that's how you get, or that's what you get when I get no coffee. I little one zingers like that, and she went like that, and I was like, "Ma'am, I'm just in here doing my thing. Just leave me alone.
Just do your thing. I'll do
Yeah,
my thing.
just,
Screw it.
just leave me. Yeah, just leave it alone." And she went on, and like basically, I don't know whether she was talking to me or talking to herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that she was talking to herself because that was just annoying. And Um, so I finally put, the coffee into the cup and stuff like that. And I was just about to slurp it up a little bit just to see if I like it. And the lady goes, "Well, you know, people in there, she's like, I still don't know why people like coffee. Why can't you just do tea?" And I was like, "I do, but that don't help the body count." And I started drinking. Needless, needless to say, she left me after that. I was like, dude. And of course, everybody at the gas station knows me because it's kitty corner
Mm-hmm.
from where I work. So the cashier, I went up to pay for it, and the cashier goes, "Was that lady bugging you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I guess I got, she left when I said something about body count." And she's like, "Yeah, that would do it. That would so do it."
I
Yeah.
once I once did that at work, at the
Uh-huh.
place I worked, uh, because we had to get what do you call it, the um, paperwork from the police to say that you haven't killed anyone or anything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I got mine, and at work, boss
Mhm.
handed it, or supervisor handed it to me, and I looked at it, I went, "Yay, they haven't found the bodies yet." For some reason, he didn't come near me the rest of the day.
Oh, wow.
Don't know why.
Well, uh, uh, you know how I usually have a hard time with greeting at work over the
Hmm.
phone? Um, it was when it was it yesterday or was it Sunday, or it was Saturday. Saturday, because Jess was off work. It was her day off. I was like, "I got this, sis." She goes, "I know you got it," and all of that stuff. And but it was before we opened. and there was this lady. Apparently, there have been scam calls uh,
Okay.
that are targeting certain restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
and um, we have caller ID.
Right.
So usually, if it's a, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's a customer or another store, it shows up on the caller ID.
Right.
This phone call only said incoming, and I was like, well, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
So I said, Sharp Shopper Subway, this is Kathy, how can I help you? And um and this weird like Russian accent lady called, and she's like, I couldn't understand her, and I'm like, ma'am, can I'm sorry, I can't hear nor understand you. And she goes, ugh, and she hangs up on me.
I love that.
Well, oh yeah, and my other coworker that because we have two people opening actually that, and then we have a mid person come in at 11,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hilarious because my coworker goes, well, what was going on? And I was like, I don't know. It was some kind of Russian accent, and then I couldn't understand
Yeah.
um, what was said. And she's like, and you didn't do a snappy comeback? And I was like, well, I have to be professional first. And she goes, well, if it's an incoming phone call, you know that it's not, you know, anyone that we know. And
Yep.
I was like, yeah, true. Phone the phone goes off again, and it's the same incoming call. And I was like, should I do it? Should I do it? She's like, are you going to be snarky? And I'm like, yes, I am. And I'm like, I picked up the phone and I was like, you stab them, we slab them. And the same Russian lady was like, oh, all you hear is what I just said to her repeated back to me. She goes, what? What kind of establishment is this? And I was like, to tell you the truth, it's a Subway, but it's Subway. And she's like, but you just said, I was like, yeah, well, I couldn't understand you the last time. So, and she's she, apparently, and you could tell that this person was pranking us,
Mm-hmm.
and because they got out of character.
Yep.
So I was like, if you have nothing useful for me uh, to say to me, I'm going to hang up now. Please don't call us again. Or if you do, please call us in working hours. And so I hung up and told, we have a group chat in for Subway, we have our group chat uh, on
Yeah.
our phones,
Mm-hmm.
and I let everybody know that there was a person pranking us.
Right.
So, yeah, it was just hilarious. Yeah,
I haven't heard the you stab 'em, you we slab 'em for a long time.
I know it for a
I
hot minute,
love
right?
it.
I know. And then you always get the I'm like, yeah, you're not playing that game with me.
I used to play that game, but not on Dad's phones
No,
at the
no,
office. No,
mm-mm,
no,
mm-mm.
no, no,
Well,
no,
well, there was a lady the other day asking if we had heard about the um, gluten free bread. And I was like, yeah, I heard of it, but we don't sell it. And she goes, well, why not? And I was like, I am not corporate. I don't know that answer. And she's like, well, I got to talk to the higher ups. And I'm like, you go do that
Go for it.
and tell them that I need a raise. And then, well, she was totally stunned. She's like, oh, okay. And then she hung up
Alright.
on me. Yeah. Well, before I left yesterday, we had a catering order for 2 3-foot subs.
Okay.
for Friday. Well, I'm not going to be there Friday because I have off and I'm babysitting. So I can't just like tell my niece, "Hey, we're going to Subway, but we have to walk there." I'm not doing that. Um, yeah, and she's already a handful. So before before my sister left, um, yesterday we were coming home and she's like, "Well, how are we going to do this?" She goes, the my coworker had never done party subs before. I was like, "Well, I can text them." And she's like, "Well, that's not good enough." And I'm like, "So do you want me to do a video chat and just have him, and have me walk him through it?" And she goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, you are a needy sister. You are
So
needy."
now I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between two 3-inch subs regular and two
Uh-huh.
3-inch subs party.
The party subs actually consist of 4 foot long subs braided
Oh,
together. Yeah,
okay.
so and it looks really pretty. Like when they're baking, it's really pretty. It's awesome. But it's a pain in the freaking butt to prepare because you literally are braiding
Braiding the
uh
bread.
yeah, yeah. And it's the intricate uh part. And
Yeah,
with party subs though, they can make it as big or as small as they want because they get to section it off.
right. Okay.
So, like if you do a platter, I know
Hmm.
in Canada, oh Canada, um they have subways, right?
Yes, we do.
So when you because I have to do 5 platters, which means five 15
Five 15
pieces.
inches.
Yeah, yeah. So it's basically one box has 5 foot long subs, but it's
Right.
cut in thirds and they're
Oh,
wrapped separately.
okay.
Yeah. Now if they
And do they
have
get the cookie and the potato chips too?
no, no.
Okay.
That's the box lunches, and I tell people all the time. I swear to God, if we get another catering order with 500 uh, box lunches, I'm retiring at 39. That was remember last year?
Oh,
That was a pain in my butt.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that was a pain in my butt. Like, that was a whole week for all of us to prepare. And we, all of us spent one Saturday morning at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning making those. Yeah. And it was one of the biggest ones that we had had
Hmm.
in a while. And the owner, he's funny. He kind of reminds me of like, oh, what is his name? Walter.
Okay.
Jeff,
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham.
Okay.
Just,
Jeff
receding
Dunham.
hairline. Yeah. JeffDunham.com, you know. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, if you look at Walter, he kind of reminds me of the owner of our Subway. Not to be mean or anything, but like I kind of put the resemblance
Hmm.
the other day because he came in, he wanted to see how we were doing, and I had this bewildered look on my face, and he's like, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay." And he's like, "Are you okay? Like, do you need a break? Go into the cooler and cool down for a second." And I'm like, "I'm fine." I kept on going, and he left. He was only there for like 45 minutes. I looked at one of my coworkers, And I was like, is that just me or does he look like Walter from Just
Jeff Dunham's.
Dunham? And uh
Oh.
and my coworker looked at me and they went and then they did what they were supposed to do and then they just looked at me going, "No way. Really?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, the grouchy face, the receding hairline, kind of short, kind of grumpy. Yeah,
Oh my
our owner.
god, I would
So
have died
yeah.
laughing.
Oh my
I would have
God.
had to go in the I would have had to go in the colder in the freezer
It,
to
oh yeah, yeah. I was
just
like,
hide in a
oh
corner and laugh.
yeah, yeah. It didn't dawn on me. It didn't. I didn't really put two and two together until just
Mhm.
recently. Every single time now, I look at them and I'm like, no way, no way. And then, I mean, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And then, like,
Then
I
it's
was
there all
afraid.
the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
but it's kind of funny. It's just, oh my God, it was so hilarious.
Oh, by the way, everyone, I forgot to say hello, everyone. Hello, fungus. Hello, Hozak. Hello, never
Hey,
mind. I'm not
baby, hey,
saying
baby.
more like that.
Yeah, I know. I saw that when they came in. I was like, oh, really? That's new. I mean, some of them are new, but yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean, I've never seen. Who's that up there? Where
who
is
was
she?
that?
Where is she? He, she. Hey, Brad. Sorry, you reptile.
Yeah,
Luke,
I know. I'm doing the same thing. Brad, Luke,
Kyle, Ozak, Luke, of
something with
course.
chai.
Cosmic Comet Inner Chi Chi.
Uh, oh, I didn't know that I could do that. All right.
Kara Shea. Oh, we know Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Macy's here too. Wow.
Yeah.
And I know uh,
What is Vero?
Vero. I do not know what
Is
Vero
that a
is.
banking
I
thing?
know that someone mentioned that they're looking it up.
Yeah.
Drop your Vero accounts. No one's talking
Huh.
anymore.
No.
I come in here and no one talks anymore.
Ah. Well, you got me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Always have you. We'll have you in for an interview again some point.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have the next kind of like Instagram. I Googled it.
Oh, is it?
Well, thank E Reptile said that it was kind of like Instagram.
Instagram. He Googled.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Well, at least,
Googling.
well, at
No,
least
you can't
somebody
help me,
Googled.
phone. Go to sleep. Thank you. I got a an AI on my computer,
Okay.
and oh my god, it's annoying.
Really.
It won't stop. It's just constantly like, tip. I can tell. I can look up famous people like so and so. Blah 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 blah. Tip. I can play your favorite music. I think it's gotten tired of me saying Weird Al Yankovic because it now says I do not know of such a person.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No,
So
when I first got my Amazon Fire, it's kind of like you know what it is.
the
Uh
yeah.
the yeah, it's like the tablet version of from Amazon. Well, I didn't
Okay.
know that it had Alexa on it. And so when I turned it on,
Hi there.
and then hi Gary. When I started talking, me and Riley were talking while I had it in my hand, and then ooh, out of nowhere, um,
It
out of
started
nowhere,
talking.
it started talking. He said something like do you know? And then Alexa goes, yes, I know.
Oh
And then
God.
Riley goes, do you know the Muffin Man? And then Alexa, said something like
Yes,
the
I know
Muffin
the
Man.
Muffin Man.
Oh, I if it said that, I was going to like die of laughter. Like I was already giggling, um, and whatnot. So I was like, dude. But it said something about Alexa said something about some kind of muffin recipe, and I'm like, okay. And so yeah,
Wow.
so every time that Riley would come around and I had my Fire, Amazon Fire, he would say, Alexa, blah de blah. And I was like, oh no, we are not doing that. So he got really mad at me when I disabled it. I was thinking, do you know the Muffin Man when you said that? Yep. Oh gosh. Um, yeah. Speaking of weird puns, a couple of my coworkers have whenever we're doing prep, we have to prep
Mhm.
the lettuce, cut the cucumber. We have the frozen little egg patties that you get from like um yeah, McDonald's, the
Right.
little egg patties that are like this big.
Muffin?
He,
The
yeah,
English muffins.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but there's a couple of coworkers that, when you do prep, you get bored. And the other day he's prepping lettuce and he goes, let us pray that this gets done. And I was like, oh, don't start. Please don't start. Don't do it.
Uh,
Excellent. You know, anything food
extra.
really. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you're going to get extra. And he goes, he's like, we're just going to spin this attitude around and like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
My father's best friend was born on April Fool's Day.
No. Really?
Yes, he
Oh
was.
my
And he was horrible. Just
Oh,
a major, major freaking joker. I loved
oh,
that guy.
really? Oh my
Yep.
God.
He taught me how to do you know, using words to
Mhm.
play those kind of games and such.
Mhm.
And he would make me do a um, little test, see how fast I could do it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And on the property, it was a new joke he'd play. You know, you sit here
Mhm.
and you get get a whole bunch within a minute, or we
Uh-huh.
drop a pail of water over your head. It's like,
Oh,
don't be a
like
booger.
that. It's going to be like that.
Oh,
Okay.
it was gonna be like that. Yeah,
Oh man.
didn't work when I got up a tree though.
Oh God. No. 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 Um. Yeah.
It's
It's funny because for the past couple of days I had to train
oh
this.
boy.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to train two people, but only one showed up and actually wanted her paycheck. You
Yep.
know,
Hey, Michaela,
welcome
welcome
back.
back.
I put StreamYard the link in now that I've configured it out and I know how to do it.
She did it.
Yes, all by
Yeah.
myself. I didn't have to ask. Um, but
She asked
yeah,
me a
so
couple times to come on, so I'm like, okay,
yep,
after I eat.
yep, yep. Um, but yeah, she was the only one, And Justin, if he is still in the chat, he is right. None of the teenagers want, or nobody wants to actually work. You know,
No,
they're
it's
Yeah, it's crap. It's stupid. It is. It's
Yeah.
stupid. You know. Um, it was funny because she's a young girl. She's like 17,
Right.
sweetest as pie. Uh, she's uh she's a fast learner,
Mm-hmm.
and I since she's still new. It's her third day,
Right.
and she's like, so uh she had to close yesterday. She was working with me today
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And I asked her, how was it? I was kind of worried that she
Mm-hmm.
was going to, you know, and whatnot. And she's like, yeah, it was fine. That's it, just fine. No horror stories or anything like that. And she's like,
None
no,
yet. Hmm.
none yet. Uh, and she was like, I'm surprised that there's not more Karen. And she said it
Mm-hmm.
really loud, and I was like, oh, shut
Don't
up.
say
Don't say it out loud. Whatever you project out, you get back.
it. Yep.
And that's what I kept. She goes, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. And yeah. So we only had one Karen this morning, and
Thank goodness.
she was kind of salty, but you could tell, you could tell that she was going to have like more than two sandwiches. She had a list.
Mm-hmm.
She had a sticky note,
Uh
front
oh.
to back,
Uh oh.
all nine sandwiches, but she broke them up um, into increments. I think it was just her way of saying, okay, this person wants this, and went all the way down the
Yeah.
list. Waited until she got all the way down and then came right back to me and she goes, and I want that. I mean, I must have heard, and I want like five times. I was like, well, how many? I'm over here going, how many do you have? Because we have like four people, behind her. And I'm like, how long is this going to take now? I mean, I could do more than just one sandwich.
At a
I'm
time.
I'm pretty good at it. This is what I do on a daily basis. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'll just do one at a time. And I'm like, okay. And Aaliyah, well, actually, Aaliyah is her name, the new girl.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty name. I love it.
Same
And
here.
she, she's leaning over to me and she goes, we so got this. We so got this. And I'm like, yeah, she could do it a little faster though. She's like, she
You're
goes,
just
how
handing
much?
me the note here. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 just a little, just a little. So we
Mm.
get her done and they had my sister had a field day with her at the um, register because
Oh boy.
apparently she wanted all sorts of goodies to go with it. A crap ton of cookies.
Mm-hmm.
If you see my Instagram, you know that I make really good cookies and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So she wanted she wanted a whole bunch and chips and all of that stuff. And um, yeah, she was totally salty to everybody else. I was like, good riddance to her. Every Everybody else, and of course the four or five people that were behind her, I already knew their order. I was like, after she's done, she's like, I think I'm done. And I'm like, okay. And then I pointed to the person behind her and I'm like, 6 inch wheat, right? And he's like, yes. I was like, I promise I won't go slow. You know, even if
I'll
I
get it
get,
to you right away.
yeah, even if I get only like the first half, you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good to go. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah, yeah. So I knocked everybody out, getting their order, getting starting them out and stuff like that.
right.
My duty at that time was what size, what do you want, and is it toasted? Oh, and if you want cheese or not.
Right.
And that was my that was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God I had gone thank God I had gone to the bathroom beforehand because
Oh.
no sooner did I take off my gloves, somebody else would come in, and I'm like, well, I'm glad that I don't have to pee or nothing. I'm glad I don't
Here's a
have to
new
pee
set
or
of gloves.
Yep, new set of gloves. Hold on, let me wash my hands first.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I have a feeling I do. I have a feeling that corporate is gonna come on like Friday when I'm not there.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I do. I have a feeling that it's just going to be like a cluster truck of, just
Fun.
chaos. And I'm not going to
Mm.
be there because I have to babysit all day.
Oh, well, the
Yeah.
phone is off. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You know.
I mean, it must have fallen and, hit a button or something.
uh, Put it on plane
It didn't
mode.
break, though. How sweet of is it is
Oh
that,
yeah.
huh?
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, I went to the Hamburg uh reptile show on the
Oh,
6th of
yeah.
August. It was awesome. All of the pictures that I put on my Instagram was of that.
Oh,
And
I have to go look at that.
oh yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. Um,
Great.
didn't really like the company that I was with because I went with my, well, I treat him as a brother. We've been
Mm-hmm.
friends for like 9 years.
Yep.
Um, Lovely guy,
Mm-hmm.
but apparently he being friends for 9 years, I guess that wasn't enough. Like me gracing his presence wasn't enough at all. And he, I don't think that he liked being in the friend zone for as long as he
Oh,
was. And he
yeah.
was trying, oh yeah, the whole day he's like, well, if things happen, it is what it is. And I'm like, there's nothing happening, dude. There's nothing happening.
Oh.
Yeah, it was one of those situations. And,
Mm-hmm.
I think he still sees me as, I mean, now that I can assess it and actually look at the situation and not having to be around him,
Yeah.
I think he still sees me as a damaged, you know, passive aggressive, um, people pleaser. And when I was around him, he's like, well, you've changed. And I'm like, dude, I don't like you like that. Why are you going to mess up my security? You know, if,
You're still
and I,
passive aggressive. It's just
well,
aggressively not passive anymore.
well, yeah, that's true. That's true. That is perfectly said. Oh my gosh. And so, you know, and if we were dating, I wouldn't be the one paying for dinner. I had to pay for dinner because I
Mm-hmm.
was hungry. And at one point I told him, he's like, well, you know, if we start dating, I was like, if we start dating, your ass needs to pay for more shit because I'm not doing it, you know. And he's like, well, I don't know. I was like, no, no,
No, no, no. That's
no,
not the
not,
rules, dude.
no, I'm not doing it. And I thought about it and, you know, he was just too thirsty. Like, he like stressed me out. It was fun,
Mm.
like for a
It
good
was fun
hour.
there, but he was
Yeah,
stressing.
yeah. It was
Mm.
fine at the reptile show. It was totally fine, because there were times where,
You
um,
could completely ignore him while you're
oh
looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
animals. That's easy.
stop. Oh yeah, stop what I'm doing, stare at a snake, get all excited because now I know what the names of all of the snakes and lizards and all of them are. I'm like, ooh, I know this, I know that. I saw a huge ass reed tick and I wasn't afraid of it. I actually held onto a triantula and wasn't afraid of it. I went like this and I moved it forward to him and he's like, no, thank you. I was like, yeah, we can't do this. Here you go. Yeah. But it's the whole, outside of the reptile show, he was just completely weird, and it just felt odd. And I think that was like the day before I got the stroke like symptom. And
Oh,
I think that's what contributed. I was
could have
worried
been.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now? You're feeling
I'm actually doing pretty good.
good.
My face is looks worse than it actually is, mainly because I'm live. I don't know, but I actually feel better. I actually feel better this week than I did last week. I felt horrible last week, mainly because I couldn't talk.
Probably getting up there.
Mhm. Mhm. I couldn't. It's easier for me to talk now because I can feel my face going back to where it was before,
Oh,
you
almost
know.
like having your face stuck after a
Yeah.
dentist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like
Hey, Todd.
Novocaine, but no. Hey, Todd. Long time no see. Um, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Novocaine. Like right
Mm-hmm.
in the jaw area, I couldn't feel anything, and then right up
Mm-hmm.
here, I couldn't feel anything. And it kind of felt weird. But now
Uh
I
huh.
go like this, and I'm like, ooh, there's feeling right there.
Yay!
Good to be here. Well, we love having you,
Mm-hmm.
and this gives everybody a different point of view because now I'm on live. I need
Yep.
to do this more often. I just haven't
Yeah.
been able to. I
You have
haven't
to
been.
interview all us little people.
I know. I know. Now all we need is Derek, but I bet
True,
he.
true. We
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
our color wise Jerry Springer.
Uh-huh.
Color
Oh
wise.
my God, yeah.
Hey, Anne.
Hey, and nice. If you want to come on, you can. Whoa. Okay, so Sherry,
Yep.
you'll be proud of me. I actually fixed my tripod.
All
Notice
right.
how I'm not touching anything. Well, besides
Yeah.
it being in front of me, and I'm kicking it half the time. It's funny. It is.
Y-
It's
Yeah, you
yeah.
get to learn exactly where to put things. That's
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
fun trying. And I never get it quite right with my little guy up here. It's like, where do I?
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because
Well, I'm glad that I'm home alone because I was cussing up a storm the whole time. I was like, how the freak am I doing this? How this, what? And there's always that one part, the
mm-hmm.
one little tiny part that you don't know where it goes to. And then I had to look at the box because I
Mm-hmm.
still have the box just for reference. I'm like, where does this oh, okay, I can make a selfie stick with this
Yep.
little part. And I'm like, okay, better put that
Cool.
in a safe place. Not like I'm going to
Oh,
use it
don't
something.
never put it in a safe place. Just put it in a place.
Yeah,
Safe
put
place
it
is
in.
horrible.
Yeah. So, how hot is it up there? Is it pretty hot?
um, I don't know about the heat, but it's probably gone down a bit because the storm is coming in.
Is it
And I,
supposed to be a really bad storm?
yeah, that's what it feels like anyway.
Mm.
Because I
Well, with
was
your
doing
joints
okay, and
and
then
stuff?
all of a sudden it was like, clunk. Oh gods, I feel like my brain is dead. I feel
Oh,
like my body's gonna fall apart, type of thing.
yeah. Like I
And
said earlier, I've I can tell when it's 2 o'clock.
Hmm.
I can tell when it's 2 o'clock at work
Yeah, yeah, and
because of
it's
the you feel depleted, and then like right at 2 o'clock, it's like, dude, they, I kid you not, there was a Karen that came in right at 2 o'clock, and the
oh,
afternoon people,
please. I hope you
the
had
af-
a little bit of a just after 2 o'clock boost
yeah,
when
yeah,
the Karen
yeah.
came in because oh
Well,
my god.
actually, I was supposed to clock out
So
at
I guess
2,
I'm gonna have to go
Mhm.
shopping tomorrow, huh?
and
Yep.
whew,
Oh, husband David's asking me if we have to go shopping. If
Oh, you're coming with me.
uh, okay, you're not going anywhere near Costco, are you?
Yes,
okay.
we are.
No.
What about Costco? Oh, what?
I
What, you don't like Costco?
hate crowds. And in
Oh,
Costco, when it's a lot of, I'm glad I don't have a um, cast iron pan in my hand
oh,
because
yeah, yeah,
I hate
pretty
these
much.
people
You
because they're worse
people.
than me. It's like,
Oh,
oh, let's
yeah.
turn around here, let's turn around
Yep.
there, let's turn. I don't know where I'm
Hmm.
going. It's like,
You
just
people.
go down the
That,
line and leave me alone. Just
yeah,
get away from me. Get away from
that,
me.
that sounds like me in Walmart.
Yeah,
Like
the same in
I have,
Walmart. I just
yeah,
It's like we're not buying cast iron frying pans today. Good, because I'm gonna kill someone.
oh yeah.
Really?
No, Walmart, I get anxiety just going in the parking lot. Never been to a
Oh,
Costco. Don't even know where one is around here. Well, depending on where you are. Um,
yeah.
yeah, depending on where you are, because
We
Bedroom.
Costco's are,
oh,
you
you
far.
just hit the parking lot and you're.
Yeah.
I don't even drive, and we hit the parking lot, and I'm like,
Well, you
please,
can tell
please, just
you. I know you can tell if it's going to be a shit show just by
yeah,
the parking lot. It's like
exactly. It's like,
if there's a whole bunch of people in there, in the
You
parking
stole
lot,
your
it's like
and they're
all those
driving nice and
people.
slow, especially.
Yep. If
And then
all
there's
of
always
them,
one driving faster.
yep,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
the Karens of the parking lot. I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Sherry.
Oh, what? Here, what? You didn't eat any of these.
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm just too ugly.
Well, they're pucks now.
Put them in the fridge. And I'll eat them later.
That's everybody, and
There we
that,
go.
You're not
I got a
public
kitty
speaking.
reaction here.
oh, nice. Yeah.
97.
I don't feel like I'm the top of the gene pool, but when I do, I'm usually at Walmart. I love that. I love that. Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? I've noticed that instead of like the pajama bottoms,
Hmm.
our Walmart has like the ones that think that they should dress up. Yeah. Yeah,
Things they should dress up. That sounds scary.
yeah, like to the nines, like really nice, like pumps and heels, hair did, nails done. I'm like, dude, it's just Walmart. It's not like the Ritz Carlton. You're just going in for milk, okay? Not a photo shoot, you know.
Oh, well,
Or my favorite, when you go in and you see like a whole bunch of teeny boppers doing the selfies, like, hey, I'm at Walmart. Good.
oh
Can you get
God.
your sit and get out now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to see something fast?
What?
You. Hey, you didn't get past the bag. Come here. Come here, you.
Oh, oh, that is so cute. Oh,
And now I've got the big boy here too.
Carry so many toothbrushes.
Come
That birthday
here,
don't
baby.
eat. Oh my gosh, Aunt, you are too funny. Have you noticed that too? Everybody has toothbrushes, but nobody uses them.
Come here, what? Come here.
My biggest thing is the deodorant. You get all of this. You get all of this. You get all of the deodorant, but nobody ever uses it.
Yep.
Like
There we go.
everybody. Aw,
Yeah,
who is
what?
this one?
This one is Watson. He,
Aw.
oh, oh. What, did Dorothy go past? Hey?
Yep.
Dorothy went past.
Yep.
That's
She
his new
did.
mama.
Aw.
I'm his secondary mama.
Aw.
Okay, here you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful. Okay, got it.
Aw.
Okay, go.
Too cute.
I know you're bum. Yeah, I don't have anything else to give you. Well, I do, but I don't.
You do, but you don't.
I do, but I don't.
Well
But,
then,
yeah, you knew about our roommate who passed away, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was her dog.
Uh,
So we got a
surprise!
dog, fully trained. We didn't have to pay for it.
Well, come here. Oh, that's always nice. Come on,
Yeah, because Arla
Madison.
paid for. Arla
Madison.
bought him.
Hmm.
Jesus. Arla
This is
bought him. Arla
Madison.
trained him.
Aw, nobody can see your face. Nobody can see your face. You can't even see your
Yeah,
face.
sheepdog face.
Yeah,
Sheepdog face.
yeah. If
But
someone
he's not
up
all
north,
sheepdog. Part terrier?
yeah. Well, Megan, who is 15, she's part terrier,
Yeah.
collie,
Better.
and yeah, she's deaf,
Night dot. Sleep well.
night dot, night.
Night, night, kid.
Yep.
And night, night, everyone who's in there.
Aw.
She has probably an infection in one of her teeth cavities,
Ooh.
so she's going to see
Aw.
the dentist on Friday.
Aw. Come on, dude. Come on. This is Stripes.
Hi, Stripesy. How you
Yep.
doing? I always feel like I can put my hand through and pet the
I know, right? You are not. The last time that he decided to go into my room, he decided to sneak in my bed at the bottom of the uh bed, and in the morning he I felt like this scratchiness on my big toe, and I was like, what the heck is that? And I looked down, and all I see is his eyes staring at me, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay, that is not something that you want to, that freaks you out when you first wake up.
Yep.
Yeah. Or he hides in the bathroom.
Oh
Like
boy.
like if you are not, fully awake, I'll
Mm-hmm.
go into the bathroom, sit down, and then I hear a meow. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Where
I'm
is he?
glad that I sat down. So,
I go to the bathroom. I get followed by my cat and Watson.
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I call
well, the
Monroe
dog.
and Watson comes along too.
Oh wow. See, Madison, the one that you just saw, she
Mm-hmm.
don't give a crap. She'll look at. She'll usually in the morning, because Jess has both dogs sleeping with her and her
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend, so I don't see them in the morning.
Right.
Or when I do, you know, um, I'm like already fully awake, getting ready for work and all of
Yep.
that good stuff. And Madison will come up to me, lick my pant leg, and then walk out. And I'm like, oh, hi. So, yeah, yeah, she
Yeah.
could care less. she can care less unless she have treats and she's going outside. And then even then she people watches, which is really
Mm.
funny. I'm like, you're supposed to be doing something else. You do know that, right? Right before the live, I was like, you know what? I better walk the dog.
Good idea.
Megan, yeah, Megan has like a bladder of a 90-year-old, probably is a 90-year-old in dog
Yep.
years. Um, so she is going deaf and blind. So she'll bark at any random direction, and if she sees the slightest movement, she'll like bark, jump up
Not
and
sure
then
what it
stop.
is, but
Yeah, not sure what it is, but I'm going to bark at it.
yeah, I'm telling
Um,
it to stay off my feet.
yep, yep. And then she has a tendency, if I'm sitting on the love seat or the couch or whatnot,
Hmm.
she has to lay right behind me, so she
Ah.
snores. And I could tell when she falls asleep, she snores.
Mm-hmm.
Jess goes, "Oh, where's Megan? She's behind me. She's snoring." Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
If I'm sitting over here, you know where the dog is.
yep.
Yep.
It's either behind her or behind me. Like she
Yeah.
likes to sleep on top of the couch on the back. She'll curl up. You won't even know that she's there unless she's snoring. So,
Yeah.
or
For the
barking
most
at
part,
you.
yeah. For the most
Yeah.
part, if I'm here,
Uh
Monroe
huh.
is either right behind on the kitty bed here or
Hmm.
right behind the screen,
Hmm.
or terrorizing David to try to get him first thing in the morning to get him to use his phone with the sunlight that comes in the morning and get it
Hmm.
flashing off the walls for her because she likes to chase it.
Oh, nice. Well, I would get Nixie because she's the kitten
Hmm.
that we got a couple of months ago. That black one that we got. Well,
Okay.
she's getting a little bit bigger, and she's confined in my sister's bathroom because the dogs will just terrorize her.
Oh no.
The dogs will just terrorize her. So
So they haven't been really socialized to each other yet at all.
to a
Or
certain
the
point, yes. If
okay.
the their bathroom is adjacent or connected to the bedroom, so
Oh, okay.
by a door. So the dogs, if the dogs are on bed, Nixie will is free to go between the bathroom and the bedroom, their
Yeah.
bedroom. But we're afraid. I found this out yesterday. They are my sister and her boyfriend are afraid that Nixie is going to like disappear within the house because she's so small and she's black.
Oh, she might disappear for a day or
Yeah,
so. You know.
I know, but she has a tendency to hide under the bed or,
Well, she's
and
not
all of
used to
that
where
stuff.
she is quite yet.
No, no. So we're thinking like another, few weeks, and
Yeah.
they've been acclimating her within the house. I mean, we
Right.
live in double wide, so it's not like it's a huge house, but you
It's
know,
nice size. Yeah.
for
It's
a
a
little kitten, for a little kitten like her,
for a
yeah,
little kitten. Yeah. It's a good
it's a fortress.
size.
It's a
Yep.
fortress,
Do you have
and
a doggy door type or baby door or doggy door type thing?
yeah, yeah,
You can put
they
in
do.
front of the door every now and again for a
Hmm.
little while for her to
Hmm.
acclimatize. There's the
Yeah,
word. Uh,
yeah, that's
to-
the word.
yep.
We also have. I want to get a baby gate,
Yeah.
um, a mesh one or something like that. That way she has. Uh, that way, actual see-through one, so she's not
Oh, you
so.
don't have a see-through one. Okay, yeah.
No, no,
Yeah, the see-through ones
yeah,
make a big difference because they can
yeah,
see each
they
other
do.
and sniff each other, but
Yeah,
really can't do much to each other per se,
no,
unless Kitty
and
puts its paw through.
she's a little spoiled one. You know, I go
Uh
I go
oh.
in there I go in there tonight and she's like meowing at me. I was like, "What do you want? Treats?" And then she sits right next to where the treats are. I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm trained." And I was like, "Do you
Didn't
do
take
this to
long
my
either.
No,
I
like
mean, they're
new
faster
world
than us at
record."
training. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, "Well, you got me trained already." And I told my sister and she's like, "Yeah, she had me trained within a day." I was like, "No, this is not within a day. This is like within like 5 minutes of being in here." And
Yep.
she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "Blame it on my boyfriend." I was like, "Well, I blame it. Yep, we'll do that." Mhm.
Blame it on.
But
Yep. Always
yep.
blame it on the other.
I mean, it's like an obstacle course in their bathroom, though. I mean, Nixie has all her toys out. You know, she has this little tunnel. Like, yeah, you wouldn't have think you unless you are looking up and looking at the sink and the mirror and the toilet, you
Mm-hmm.
would be like, "Oh, this is a really awesome bathroom." All you
And
have
then
to
you
do
look.
is look down. All you have to do is look down. There's a box for her to play in, sleep in, jump out of. I don't know what it is about cats and boxes.
Boxes.
Mhm.
Every time I have a whole bunch of box opening, just box opening videos
Uh-huh.
because of the cats. They
Oh
help
yeah.
me every single time. Get a
Mhm.
box in. I have to put them up someday.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
the funniest was when we were putting this chair together. I really
Mhm.
have to put that video up because they helped
Oh
us
yeah,
all
you
the way
do.
through. It's like in the box, around the stuff, under the stuff.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah.
Yep. Whenever I get an Avon box, which is
Oh
close
no.
close to a month, you know, every like 2 or 3 weeks, I get another box full of stuff. And
that's
Stripe.
what uh, that's what Watson does is choose the cardboard box and
Oh yeah,
tosses.
yeah.
He just loves it. Tear apart the box. That's so much fun for
Oh
him.
yeah.
What are you doing, Monroe? Who are you hunting?
Ah, they're hunting.
She's hunting
No,
someone.
yeah. Um, Stripe will. He doesn't like rip up the box. He
Mm-hmm.
bats it. So you'll hear like the batting of cardboard and I'm like and he'll do it behind the futon, which there's a little gap between the futon and the wall.
Yeah.
And we usually if um if his box, you know, will take it out from behind the futon. And then when he's not playing with it, we'll put it behind the futon. So
Right.
it's out of everybody's way. But you'll hear like this little uh, batting of cardboard. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And Jess goes,
It's the cat.
you know, my sister goes, well, that's um, because we spent 5 minutes trying to figure out where this sound was coming from. And she bent over, looked over behind the futon, and she goes, "It's stripes." I was like, "Are you kidding?" She goes, "No,
Nope.
it's just the box." I was like, "Oh." Well, then she moved the box in the middle of the um, living room, and he just flopped his big self there. I mean, he's getting a little husky. He's been eating a lot, so.
Something like Bailey.
Mhm. Mhm. You know, the little pudginess around the middle and all of that good
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Kind of
Yeah.
like mine.
Mhm. Mhm. And
Actually, I've got more of it at the front. I've got.
yeah, I got the spare tire. I don't care.
Uh,
And yeah. it's one of those things. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the cats are entertaining. Um, like I said, we have. I would bring Luna the snake out, but she is just a little twat right now. I don't know if
That's
she's
okay.
going. I don't know if she's going through another shed, but she tried to strike at me once, and I was like, nope, nope, nope.
Mm,
You're
you're
too
being
mean.
blue.
Yep, you're being Miss B right now. So no, that's we're fine. I mean, she already ate twice, so it's not like, she was hungry.
No,
But
she's just
yeah,
being her.
yeah. But it was funny,
Blue
and
said.
I thought it was really sweet. But
Mm-hmm.
my sister's boyfriend had never seen a snake drink water,
Oh.
and he's like, "Oh my gosh, she's out! Well, what is she doing? She's sticking her whole face in the water." And my sister comes over and she's like, "Yeah, she's drinking water." And she goes, "That." He's like, "Oh, that's how they drink." And
Mm-hmm.
he's like this, just staring at the like for the longest time. I was like, "Well, are you okay? Do you need a chair? You know, I could get you one. We have a little tiny one, so you can park your butt right there." Um, and he's like, "No, I just never saw, a snake do that before." And I was like, "Well, everybody drinks water unless you are, you know, dead, you
Yeah.
know." So, but it was cute. I had to laugh at that. I was like, "Oh my gosh, the
Well, a lot
simplest
of people
thing."
don't see snakes doing much
No,
besides
no,
zipping across some,
yeah, hmm
and then someone screaming and jumping on a chair or some stupid bull like that.
oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Then there's us.
oh yeah, that watch the carnage and watch live
Mm-hmm.
beatings and all of that stuff. Um,
And watch the centipede for a minute and then go,
yeah,
okay,
and then you kind of curl up and you're like,
interesting.
okay, yeah. Actually, at the reptile show, I was so surprised that I stood next to one of the centipedes. I was like, oh, this is one of the million leggers that I see on YouTube. And the guy
And get
goes, "Oh,
uncomfortable about and
yeah,
realize why
yeah."
Trish would want to run away for some reason
And the
if he
guy,
got
the
out.
guy, the guy is holding onto the plastic thing, that is containing them, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, do you want to hold it?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm fine.
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
good."
Not fine.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Nope. I'm
There,
allergic to
you know,
spiders. That thing would probably kill me.
I, I can see it. He's moving. He's breathing. Yep, we're fine. We're
Yep.
good. And he's just laughing away. He's like, I was telling him that I watch YouTube and, watch the reptile community. And he goes, "That is so awesome." And he goes, are you sure you don't want to touch, you can't really
Nope.
hold
Nope.
them. And
Nope.
I'm like, "I'm
Nope.
fine." But like
Nope.
three tables down, I was holding a tarantula like nobody's business. And my
Yeah, that could
brother
kill me too.
was, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
But
I'm, yeah.
I'm not scared of them. The centipedes, yes, I'm scared of those. Those,
No, yeah.
no. Uh, I never realized I could be so scared of a bug
Oh my
until
goodness.
until I watched that thing eat.
Yep.
Yep, yep, yep.
Well, who was
That's
it? It
cool,
was,
Justin.
yeah. Well,
Well, it
for
is
me,
very interesting watching it and everything, but it's still
mhm,
like no.
yeah. I don't remember whose video. I know it, Venom Wonderful and all of that stuff. Like he has one too, right? I think
Yeah,
so.
I think
I'm not. I
didn't
think
Dog
so.
have one for a while?
Yeah, I know
But I think he
Moto.
gave away a lot of the animals already.
Yeah,
Uh,
he did. Um,
but
you have Moto and all of that. Moto Danger Squad. He had his.
yep,
And the day that he's like, "Oh yeah," or
It
the video of
disappeared.
disappeared, I was like, "Yeah, that's where that's where
Out.
I will tap out, be like, no, I'm done, I'm
The
good."
house burned down. I don't know how.
Yep, yep. I don't know how. My
Wait, is
sister
that
was.
the bug? Is that the? Oh, how'd it
Is
get
that it?
out?
No. My sister told me that my sister goes, if any bug like that were ever to escape, she's like, I will be long gone. You won't see me. I was like, oh my God. Yep. She
No.
don't, she's not a spider person. She don't like them. Like she has me kill like the black widows and all of that stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, we're
But
crazy. We put them on the newspaper and we take them out all outside. All the spiders go outside.
yeah.
It's it's just
Oh my
David's.
gosh.
We don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna say?
Yeah. Uh, it was funny because for the longest time we've had a couple of times we had fireflies
Mm-hmm.
go around our pop
Yeah.
out every now and then. Well, a couple of weeks ago, um, I was outside smoking a cigarette or something like that, and I see, you know, a firefly
Fireflies.
in front of my face and all of that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And luckily, I didn't say anything because you know how you say if I hope this don't follow me inside. Well, I didn't say it. Apparently,
You thought it?
I thought it because I didn't know that I was going to have a hijacker on the back of my shirt because that's what happened. It body slammed me and then went on the back of my shirt. And as I came in, he waited until I got into my room, got
Oh
settled.
no.
And then as I'm slowly drifting to sleep, I see this really green glow. I was like, somebody's ass is glowing and it's not mine. I was like, you little twat. You followed. You waited until I went to sleep.
Nighty Reptile. Have a good sleep.
No. Yeah. You waited until I went to bed. And then you did it. Okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. And then
Every time.
of course I had to go get out of bed and, track this sucker down. Go like this and then open the door to the
Get it out.
outside and I'm like, free, you're free.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come back in, but you're free. I'm going back to bed now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
I've had
crazy.
lots of scared.
Oh yeah.
Monroe. Monroe. Teeny tiny Monroe. Hello. Oh, okay. Get red dot. Go ahead.
Uh, I had I had stripes. Um he's he doesn't get scared very easily, but when he
Mm-hmm.
does, it's because you startled the crap out of him. And
Ah.
I came home, you know, took a
Mm-hmm.
shower, did all of that stuff, and I went into my room. He got mad at me because I shut him out of my room so he doesn't, get into anything. And I come back out, and he has this thing where he lays on the arm rest of the chair, and he's so cute. Like most of the pictures that I have of him sleeping are on this arm chair or
Mm-hmm.
the arm of a chair or the couch. And
Right.
I went over, I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's knocked out. Well, I went over, I was just about to touch his head, and he totally freaked out on me. Like, you know, out of body thing,
Mm-hmm.
skin and stuff like that. I mean, I seriously like startled him, and I felt so bad. I was like, well, I got to, instead of chasing him around the house saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I just plopped on the love seat until he came over to me. And, he was a good startled for a good 5, 10 minutes. And then he just, out of nowhere, he just clocked on my stomach and nestled me like, okay, you're forgiven. Please don't
But
do
now
that
you
again.
now you're
Yeah.
lying here with me.
Yep.
You
And
ain't
if
getting anywhere else.
nope, nope. I'll shed on you. I'll, make you super duper hot because of my fur, but you're not leaving. And he's actually a good snuggle buddy whenever he's sleepy. It's so funny because the one day he we were like head to head, forehead to forehead, and he's
Right.
just sleeping. For a good like 20 minutes, he was out until I
Mm-hmm.
moved, or I think I sneezed. Yeah, I did. I sneezed, and he's like, "Oh, well, I didn't know that." He just like moved away. Like, damn it, you woke me up. So, but
Well, you didn't
yeah,
have to do that.
I know, right? Right. He's like, "Why did you have to do that?"
Well, we
Yeah.
have Kumaraz.
Uh huh.
She's so cute when she'll lie there just with her paws like this
Oh,
and like
nice.
this, and she's just the cutest thing. And you forget you are not supposed to touch her unless she allows you to. You have to ask
Oh
her
my
first,
God.
right? It's like
Mm-hmm.
bad idea.
Yeah.
But
Well,
she's
with
just so cute
Nixie,
like that.
yeah, with Nixie, you can't touch her nose, or you
Oh,
can't go like this because she thinks that it's okay for her to attack you with her claws.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mistake tonight. My mistake. I went like this, and I was just about to touch her, and she like all I saw were uh her claws go eat like that, and tried to attack me. Landed on my foot.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, are we going to like retract those or not? I don't think
No.
you know how, but yeah, she's cute though. I
Yeah.
told Jess, you know, Jess and her boyfriend were like, they're like, can you give our kitten lovin's when we're away? We'll be gone for like 4 days, but make sure that she has treats. And I was like, well, that was kind of a given. I'm watching all the rest of the animals.
It's
Why
like,
wouldn't I? Why?
okay, while you're
Yeah.
away, give her lovings and
Yeah.
treats. Where's
Hmm.
the food in this
Yeah.
equation here, you're
Well,
saying?
she has free reign on her food and water.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Uh-oh.
and yeah, so she has free reign, but the treats are like, once daily type thing. If she, wet food every other day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if she had it her way, she would eat all of the, wet food. And then she has like the raunchy stomach going on. Yeah, I don't need that. Mm-mm. I was like, I'll watch her for a little bit, play around with her, wear her butt out. But she usually does on her own. She was like Mrs. Zippy when I went in and checked on her. I checked on her um, twice today. And before I went on live, she was curled up in her box,
Mm-hmm.
all cute. Took a picture, sent it to my sister, and I'm like, I think she's away, or while you're away, I kept her alive for you.
Tuckered her out, but.
Yeah, tuckered her out, but she's still alive. And
Mm-hmm.
my sister's like, well, I knew you would. So yeah, they all
Yeah.
went to New Jersey.
What are they doing
Yeah.
in New Jersey?
Wildwood. Um, it's a little campground type thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, camp
And you
area.
live up
Pennsylvania.
in
I
Pennsylvania.
Yep. I live in Pennsylvania, and New Jersey is like a 5.5 hour drive from where we are.
Pennsylvania.
Yep. Ephrata.
You're right below Alberta.
Mhm. Yep. Is Edmonton up north or like up?
Edmonton's the one up north.
Okay.
Uh,
Because I think we're closer to Alberta than whatever. Not Quebec, because Quebec is more towards Minnesota and what
oh,
you
no, 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 no. You're right over by Ontario.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So I got my
You're
Canadian
on the
territory.
other side. Yeah. Because up by you is Ontario and Quebec.
Okay, then I was right. And then Alberta is closer to Minnesota then.
Actually,
Yeah.
Minnesota is closer to, looks like Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And then it's
Oh, okay.
Alberta. And then
Oh,
British Columbia.
ah.
Yep.
So where are
Pretty
you?
long. I'm in Alberta, North Alberta,
Uh,
which is up by the, um, it's up closer to the Great White North,
okay.
where
I always want. I always wanted to ask you that. I just never been able to. I'm like, I know she lives in Canada.
yeah, um, could ask me anytime. I mean, I get confused about the states all the time because I don't know where anything is except for basically Florida. Uh, Florida and New York-ish, ish.
Maine is close to. Maine is up there by you. Well, not by you, but close to.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Montana. MT is Montana, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Montana is the closer one to us.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
my mom had a Canadian friend named Yvonne, and
mhm.
she lived, I want to say, in Quebec, but I loved her accent because she had that thick Quebec accent. Like
The
it
thick
was there.
Francais.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And like she could tell me that, shit never dies or something like that, and I'm like, uh-huh, okay.
That sounds good.
Wow, that's
Whatever.
awesome. Yep, whatever you
Yep.
just said, I do it.
Yes, some of the Francais uh,
Uh-huh.
in Quebec is just
Hmm.
beautiful language.
Oh yeah.
French from France
Hmm.
is very nice. Um,
Oh yeah.
the Quebecois, um, Quebecois travelers in Canada.
Wow, say
Uh,
that 3 times fast. Holy moly, I wouldn't be able to
yep,
do.
there's a lot of nice people, but if you get the nasty Quebecois,
Hmm.
oh, such
Is it worse than Karen's down here?
was worse than what?
Than the Karens down here?
There can be some pretty nasty ones. I
Hmm.
had two that I was dealing with, and they would not speak English because it's supposed to
Really?
be English and French, right?
Uh-huh.
And I only know a bit of French.
Oh, okay.
It's after high school, I kind of forgot a lot of it.
Pretty much that sounds like me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
after grade 8 actually, because I didn't learn any in um, high school. But
Oh, yeah.
so they're speaking French,
Mhm.
and they're laughing at me because I didn't know what they meant by beurre, which is
Mm.
butter, right? That's beurre.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, guys, don't do this to me, right? And they're
Oh, yeah.
talking behind my back, calling me names because of not knowing anything besides English, blah, 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 big smart
Oh,
asses,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I walked over to this other gal who knew French
Mhm.
and said, they're teasing me, and I know they're talking about me. And she says, oh, yeah, they're talking about you. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, you wanna? She says, sure. So she goes and takes care of them. And because, see ya, eh?
Uh, yeah.
Hey, Dad. So because she knew French, they started
Uh-huh.
speaking Italian.
Oh, yeah.
And she right away twitched right over to the Italian
Mm.
and got them going because they couldn't
Oh, yeah.
they
Yeah.
couldn't insult her, right? So they
Yeah.
were really miffed about that. It's like, you stupid.
Yeah. When my mom was alive and she she would hang out with Yvonne. There
Mm-hmm.
were two. Well, Yvonne, I don't think. No, Yvonne's sister was from Quebec.
Right.
Yvonne was from Alberta, or I'm going to say no. It must have been Manitoba or something like that because she didn't have a
The
long
twang
flight.
is.
Yeah. Oh my God. I loved her twin. Her sister, on the other hand, Yvonne's sister, did a lot of French and she tried to teach me, but I
Uh,
no,
no,
no. It was more like Francois and that's it. And she
Francois,
goes, that's all. Yeah.
bonjour, merci, de rien,
Yep. Mhm. And I
pitou,
used to think, yep, P2,
always the
you know,
pitou, the poor doggy,
yep,
always need a
yep.
pitou.
But it was funny because my mom would compare, you know, sentences with Yvonne. So
Mm-hmm.
with her friends. So
Yeah.
she's like, well, how do you say this? And how do you say that? And uh it was funny because my mom's like, well, do you want pasta salad? And she goes, yeah, I like pasta salad. And my mom goes, what the hell is pasta salad? And she goes, well, the same, this. And she was holding her pasta salad. And she's like, oh, you mean pasta salad? And she goes, well, that's not how you say it properly. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
here, that's how we say it properly.
Yep.
Or progress was progress and some other words. And
Progress. Yep.
yeah,
That's the way we say it up in Canada, eh?
yeah. Well, when you live
Progress,
in,
progress.
yeah, well, when,
Tomato, tomato.
yeah,
All the different ones. It's like,
there, there's a lady that comes in. She's, deaf as can be, but she yells at us. Her yelling, is just her way of, speaking. And she comes in with a foot long Italian BLT, and she's like strict to the rules, BLT and nothing else. And I love how she says tomatoes. She goes, tomatoes, really loud. And I was like, yeah, gotta have the tomatoes.
hey, Ed,
And she
welcome
goes,
back.
yeah. And then she she looked at me and she goes, "You mean tomatoes, right?" And I said, "Yep, tomatoes." And she goes, "Oh, you got it right this time." And I'm like, "Oh God." I was like, "You must be
There's
from
no right
Canada."
or wrong in it. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
the way you
no.
say the way you
Oh
say
yeah.
it from where you are is. I mean, I got that kind of fun when I moved out here. I still get it every now and again because I always say Toronto,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and no one around here calls it Toronto. It is Toronto, Toronto,
Toronto.
Toronto.
Ooh,
Do I have to
gotta be so.
Calgary? Well, you
Yeah,
can do
right.
that. You can call it Calgary.
What?
Calgary is Cowtown.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where the all the Western stuff is done and everything,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's called
Vancouver is all.
Cowtown. So we
Mhm.
call it Calgary, and
Yeah,
Edmonton is just Edmonton. You know,
yeah.
easy.
One of my
No fun
friends, she
there.
lived. Yeah, one of. Well, that's what one of my friends. She lives in Edmonton, and I was like, well, you know, she video chatted with me the one day, and I was like, well, I'll show you where I live if you show me where you live. She goes,
Mm-hmm.
can I go first? I was like, what do you mean you go first? And she goes, can I go first? It's not going to take me long to show you all around. I was like, oh. So she guided, she did her own view of the panorama view and literally just like woods and everything. Like I was
So
like,
she's
oh, okay. Absolutely.
she's
She goes, there's nothing here. So,
okay. So she's probably living in. And she's in Edmonton.
yeah.
So she's probably living down Riverbend or possibly down south around Millwoods or something.
Yeah. Something like that. But
Yeah.
there was absolutely nothing. And she goes, so back to you. Let's take care, A.
There's a little bit more to Edmonton than that. Like there's the
Yeah.
we have the what's it called mall, West Edmonton Mall.
I was going to say
It's a
just a
big
mall.
mall,
Oh,
big
really?
mall, submarines.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
They
they've had
in
trouble
Minnesota,
with it before.
yeah.
It's like,
Well,
yeah, you
in
almost
Min-
drown people in a little water area there. Good.
I know. Well, they
Hey, Brave.
well, hello, Brave. They had it was awesome because they had in Minnesota they have the um the Mall of America, one
Right.
of five big huge malls, and I
Yeah.
just found out couple of weeks ago that they had a shooting there or a shooting scare or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my friends are like messaged me saying, "Oh my gosh, are uh were you affected?" And I'm like by the shootings, and I'm like, I'm not in Minnesota anymore, so I haven't been in
No.
Minnesota for like 15. I'm good. I'm alive, you know.
I'm way
Obviously, I'm
over in
alive.
Pensy here.
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania, so like
Well, you're. Uh oh.
six that that's like 6 states away from me. And the
You're about
lady,
3 hours early, Cat.
yeah, yep,
Whoa, more than 3 hours early. What the heck?
mhm,
4 hours early to bug me. What is this? Bailey.
wow.
Bailey.
All I see is fur.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
the butt.
and
Bailey,
I see a tail.
get off all my stuff. Get off all my stuff. Come on. Away, away, away from it. Yep. Go the other way. Turn around. Turn around. You know how to turn around. Yeah, that's okay. Now, what are you gonna do? What are you? Having fun?
Yep. What the heck is she doing? Oh my
It's
goodness.
rubbing against my, I have my boom here,
Oh, okay. All
and he's
right.
decided that it is a good face rubbing
Scratch.
spot. And Bailey, turn around. Turn around. Bale, turn around. Yeah, you know how to turn around. Don't give me that. And you're not
Whoop.
using this as an ass scratcher. Come on, turn around. Good boy. Okay, now lie down.
Welcome back, Luke.
You can lie down. You can. Oh, you're gonna go. You're.
Mm.
He has my hand.
Oh, nice.
Very good. Very good. He's got my hand now.
Yeah.
This hand is going to go dead in a bit because he
Well,
is going to
hello,
lie down
Luke.
on it. Hi, Luke.
I think this
There
is
we
the
go.
longest
There we
that
go.
I.
Going over here. There. The longest that you've done live?
Yeah.
That's about.
Well,
Oh,
for
holy moly! It's 2.5 hours you've been on.
yeah. Way to go, me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hello. Oh,
hello
oh.
again. Hello, Madison. Come on. I only turned. There we go. Sheepdog.
There we go. Fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluff, fluff.
Say hi.
How do
Say
they see?
hi.
We have no idea.
Yeah. There we go. Got stuff on you. There you go.
Little eye bookends.
Yeah.
They
You need a
always do.
haircut. Yeah. It's kind of funny when she, if I so happen to fall asleep on the love seat,
Mm-hmm.
my face is the perfect height, so she like boops me with her nose, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I wake up to like furry face, and I was like, oh, you need to go to the bathroom, okay? What are you doing?
Playing with
Oh,
something she's not supposed to.
no, itching.
Ah.
Yeah, Miss
It was
Scratchy.
either that or playing with something that she wasn't supposed to.
Oh yeah, getting into stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad and I have done a few 8 hours or more at
Yeah.
times.
Oh
Just
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, all I really wanted to do was do an hour, hour and a half, and I'm over here jibber jabbering away, and I'm like, hey, it's over 2 hours. Awesome.
jabber as much as you like or as little as you like.
Yeah. Well, I do have to open tomorrow, so I'm going to
I knew that was
probably.
going to come up soon
Yeah, yeah.
because I know
But
you're probably sitting there going, how much longer? I want
no,
to
no.
stay, but I can't stay too much longer. How much longer?
Yeah. At one point I was calculating
Mm-hmm.
because it's 12:44 here, and I'm like, well, if I stay on until like 1:30, I can, still have 5 hours of sleep. I'm good. I'm over here trying to negotiate.
I
Yeah.
know what you
Well,
mean. You
well,
time
that's
it out
how.
in your head.
Oh yeah. And I'm over here like, oh, okay, this is cool. I can do that. You know. Um,
Yep.
yeah, I have my little ritual of playing certain games on my Amazon Fire and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have like this casino solitaire thing that I'm addicted to. And as soon as I can't make any more plays, I'm like, okay, I guess I have to go
Sleepy
to bed
time.
now. Yep, I guess I have to go to bed now. I can't be Miss Gambler. So, yeah.
I have to do
Well,
that on
and,
my
huh?
ESO yet. Elder
Huh?
Scrolls Online. There's
Oh, yeah.
now there's this place um, in High Isle, a new
Mm,
area.
hmm.
But there's a place you can go to and you actually play cards.
Oh,
So you're playing a game within a game.
oh, cool. Yeah,
So it's
I have bingo on on my phone, but um, I won like 6 games so far, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is awesome!" And then I fall asleep to it. So because of the weird, obnoxious uh music, I'm like, okay, if I fall
uh,
asleep to the music, I gotta turn this thing off. So
yep, yeah. If you can,
yeah, if I can fall
I
asleep to that,
I
I mean,
usually
it's
play Scrabble type things or
oh yeah,
bingo. I'm no good at. It's just
eh,
uh,
yeah. Well, I have a Cody Cross, like a kind of like a crossword puzzle game on my
oh yeah,
phone. I'm addicted to it. Like either that or my favorite one is Dragon City because I get to feed dragons whenever I'm on there.
Dorothy's already
I
off to
have
bed,
like
huh?
yeah. Dot decided to go to bed early because she's really not feeling well either with
Hey,
her
yo.
jaw. Come on, Monroe.
I need my sweets.
what?
Okay, I'm gonna sit on you.
David's trying to get to his seat, and that's what we've got.
Aww,
Monroe,
aww.
Monroe, Monroe, Monroe. You want to sit over
Monroe is
here?
like no.
Nope.
No, no. I'm going
Oh,
behind here. This
oh,
is where I go.
that was a pissed off look.
Yeah, because she got knocked out of
Oh,
David's spot, so she's not too
she's
happy.
yeah.
So she's behind my little toy.
She's like I'm sitting right here. Wow,
I'm not coming to you. It's like, nope, not a chance. So next
look
time I
at
see her half the
I'll be
time, it's
right
like,
back.
ah,
Huh?
nah,
aw,
see you in a few. I should get my
aw,
fingers from there. Or she'll be way over here, right in behind
uh-huh.
that. So
Oh,
those are her two
okay.
favorite areas because she watches over me.
Uh-huh.
Because I can't go anywhere. I am not
Uh,
allowed to go anywhere.
without
If I
her.
go to the bathroom, she's got to be with me. If I
Uh,
go somewhere, well, she's gotta know where I am every single minute.
uh that sounds like Madison, Miss Furball that you usually see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why I have the door open. But I shut the door so I can literally go like this and just prop myself up.
Yep.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm doing like the walk and talk vlogs
Oh
like I
yeah.
usually do. I love those. I love those. Well,
As
because I have to get I ca- I have to go in early because I have to make a whole crap ton of bread.
oh boy.
Yeah. So and um it was funny because I was like, I'll just make a whole crap ton of bread and not feel bad about it because I'm not coming in on Friday. Yeah, it was hilarious
Mm-hmm.
because, and
And
then there was,
somehow the telephone's going to be off, and I have no idea how.
yeah, I
Nope.
have no idea.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even on call. Like, so,
Yeah, but
um,
we know how that deals at
yeah,
times too.
yeah,
So
I'll just put
I'm
my
not
phone
on
on
call.
silent. Yeah, I'll just put my phone on silent. I can't really turn it off because,
Oh,
you know,
oh, you can't
because
put it on air airplane.
airplane, probably. Yeah.
That's what I'd do. Airplane.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just warn my sister ahead of time,
I'm putting it
I'm
on
putting,
airplane. If you need help, find someone else.
yeah, yeah.
I don't get
Well,
that much time off.
oh, yeah. Well, and my sister even said in the group chat, she goes, I will be on vacation. I will be in a different state. If you need anything, you know, Kit Kat is, here. She's, you know, or
Uh,
the other one in charge, which is another coworker too. So it's not like it's all on me. And I was like, if I'm not working, I'm not answering.
yep.
Um,
Don't blame me.
you, yeah,
There, I mean, it's good to be available and everything at times
mhm,
because, that's that. But
yeah,
then there's the point where you sometimes get abused for
oh yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's like, no.
yeah.
You have to make your
Well,
time sometimes.
I had to, and my sister had to say this too. We had to tell people in the group chat, please call us if it's something of dire need.
Right.
Like you're being, we have scam callers or something like that, or someone is, having a heart attack or, doing
Yeah.
this and doing that. Um, but if you're just going to call me saying, hey, you know, um, this won't do, this doesn't work or that doesn't work, leave us a note,
Yep.
or say something in group chat saying, hey, you know,
This
we
isn't
we
working.
had,
How do you do it?
yeah, yeah. Um, Now, if like let's say the toaster doesn't work, that's one thing. But if it's just something silly like um, can we close early or uh, some off the wall random shit, no, I'm gonna say no. You know,
No. Deal with it.
there's oh yeah, deal with it. If it's something that is feasible and that you can do on your own, don't call me. And
Yep.
that's what I told the night crew all the time. And usually what I say it or how I say it is, before I leave, do you need anything besides
Mm-hmm.
$1 million? Because I can't do that. And they're like, no. But you know,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
I
they'll call you
say,
half an hour going, oh, well, I
yeah,
needed help on this.
yeah, yeah. Well, I still remember it was like a couple of months ago. Um, I, I left at a reasonable time, 2 o'clock, and I had to, I had just gotten home, and apparently, uh, people were trying to get a hold of me. The closers were trying to get a hold of me because no sooner did I leave, two van full of Mennonites came in, and it was a youth
Oh,
group. Yeah, youth of like 25 to 30 Mennonites coming in, and these are not like just one sub type thing. They want like the whole shebang, cookies, chips, and
everything
over
they could get from you.
ev- everything. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember, I remember coming home, just got into my pajamas, like literally just got into my pajamas, was just sat down, put up my feet, was going to hunker down and play uh, games on my tablet and whatnot. I didn't even have those bitches on for like a half hour and just felt so bad. My sister came out of the room in a panic, out of her bedroom in a panic. And I looked at her and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm a little worried and I'm a little afraid because you are in your pajamas. I was like, what now?
Why?
Why? What's the matter? And she's like, well, after you left, apparently, uh, one of my coworkers was trying to call me on my way home, and obviously it was in my backpack. I couldn't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, so and so called you or tried to get a hold of you. I was like, well, I didn't get it. And she's like, well, um, yeah, after you left, they had 25 or so Mennonite people come in, and they're swamped. And
Are
I
they
just
still
looked at,
swamped?
yeah, yeah, and she's like, as of right now, they're they're they need help. I looked at her, take a deep breath, and I was like, I'll put on my clothes. She's like, I am so sorry. I was like, no, it's fine. Luckily you didn't get me when I was like, at least I had just sat down. It's not like I was super duper comfy in the first place.
Right,
And so I got my clothes on or my uniform on and all of that stuff. And she's like, well, we'll drive you and we'll pick you up. They had to go out anyway for to CVS for scripts and whatnot. And I was like,
right.
okay, I get there and all they were half done. I was like, well, what the heck is all this? You know, the last like 10 of them were still there, and I was like, oh, okay. So I helped knock out the line and uh, made sure that um, they did the necessary prep, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so they wouldn't be without before closing. I mean, this
Yep.
was like an hour or two before closing, and I was like, just make sure. Uh, I knew the next day I would be opening, and I was like, just do it the best you can. Leave this, leave that if you need to. Don't worry
Yeah.
about this. I'll do it tomorrow. Don't worry about that. I'll do it tomorrow.
But you
Just
have to take this and put it in the
yeah,
fridge.
yeah. Just do this, do that. Make sure everything is shut down, and then don't worry about it. And the next morning, everything was back to normal. They managed to, clean everything up, and everything was in working order. I was like, oh, that's awesome. But
Nice.
yeah,
So they
we,
swam pretty well.
hmm hmm well, when I got there, everybody was looking all crazy. They're like, I don't know where they came from. Out of nowhere, all you see these people. And it's funny because the plaza that we are in,
Yeah.
it's like it's just a regular plaza. You have all these shops.
Right.
Well, you have the Mennonite supermarket, then you
Mm-hmm.
have a dentist place, a Chinese place, which that's funny. Um, a nail salon, then you have our store, then you have WellSpan, which is health um,
Mm-hmm.
and wellness center, and that's fun because there are people in the parking lot that will park all the way over by WellSpan and then walk literally the whole length of the parking lot all the way to Shark Shopper, and you won't know if they're going to come to you or not until they totally bypass you, and it's like, well, fine, I didn't want to make you food anyway. you know I mean, they can't hear me, but it's like, are they coming to our store? No, they're not. They're probably going to feed their face with Chinese. And it's so funny
It's
because yeah.
Chinese places. It's there's always one, and
Mhm.
it's like there's no one of that nationality around here.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
doesn't matter
Yep.
where. I mean,
Yep.
could be India.
Mhm.
As long as they're not
No.
cooking cow.
Yep. Yep. But they always the couple of the employees from the Chinese place, I will never forget it. They will get a foot long either tuna. They'll say tuna first, but then they'll want you to add chicken strips to it. It is it. Yeah, it smells funky. I was like, no wonder you guys have a funky smell. Ugh. Yeah, tuna and chicken strips. That, yeah, the weirdest
Chicken,
combination. Yeah,
fish, and chicken. The two things that are not supposed to go together: fish and chicken.
yep, yep, every single time.
It.
And usually you have to like really stand out with your order in order for me to remember, or
Mm-hmm.
you have to be plain Jane and, only have less than like 10 ingredients on your sub before I remember it. But every time that he comes in, it's usually a foot long white
Mm-hmm.
with tuna and chicken strips and and Swiss cheese to go with it. Can't make it any more stinkier, right? Ugh.
Nope.
And then he wants it toasted, so it, yeah. Every time that he comes in, it's like, yeah, I know yours. He came in yesterday, and I'm like, I looked at my coworker, and he's like, "Do you want to take this?" And I'm like, "Yes." Foot long white, right? Well, no, actually, I didn't take it. I walked my coworker through his order, and he goes, "Oh wow, you really know your stuff." The customer
Um,
did. I was like, "Well, with an order like that, you can't miss it."
it's hard to forget.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to forget. And my coworker was like, "Oh, he's the one," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's the one." He's like, "I thought you were joking," and he's like, "Well, no, I'm not joking. Mm-mm,
Sorry, dude.
I'm
There's
not."
some things that
Uh,
are funny, but they are real.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
and
yeah.
just just smile and wave,
Oh yeah, and
smile and
then
wave.
yeah, I mean those. The Chinese place and the nail place. I think they are owned by the same person. I can't
Okay,
pinpoint it though. I can't pinpoint it though because um, but it sounds you know
just
the
the name of the
same.
place or something.
No, I think it's just you know
The smell.
trying to broaden their horizons or something like that. I don't know, but the nail place has the same, type people, who work there and all of that stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
So
they
they're the.
they they do crossovers like
Oh,
one
okay.
one day, this person works at
At the
the
nail shop,
restaurant.
and the other day they work
Yeah,
at the other place.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm th- I'm thinking the wife does the nail place and the husband um does the restaurant. I
Possibly.
can't possibility. But it was so funny. I met his wife the other day. She wasn't as bad though. She wasn't as bad, but I don't think she understood me.
Okay.
And you've been to a Subway, so you know that we are not, if you get a good person, me, um, you're not.
Then it's really, really good. Then if you get a
Yeah,
bad person, it's like I'm gonna
yeah,
stab you in the
yeah,
eye
and they
with a
take
spoon.
forever. They take forever. Well,
Mm-hmm.
apparently she, I, she, I don't know what she was thinking. I think she thought that it was like one of those sit down restaurants. Order ahead and
Oh,
then
and then
wait
sit down.
45 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and then sit down. Well, she asked me. She goes, uh, "I made her sub. I'm in the middle of making her sub." It took her a hot minute to tell me what all she wanted because of the language barrier.
Right.
You know, Chinese, you can't, not a lick of English, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, you make it, I go back to the store. I come back 45 minutes. And I'm like, that's not how this works. and I'm trying to tell her professionally without, offending her or anything like that.
Yeah.
She didn't get it. She paid for it, but ahead of time. But after I was done, she was gone, and so I just stuck it in. Yeah, yeah. So I put
Yeah.
it in a bag, put some napkins in there, put it behind the counter so it wouldn't get lost in translation or some,
Yeah.
schmucko thinks that it's a free sandwich.
Yeah.
And sure enough, 45 minutes later, she comes back and she goes, my sandwich done? I was like, yeah, it's been done a long time ago. You know, you know, and she goes, oh, so yeah, that was like a couple of weeks ago. The other day she comes in and she goes, I know, you fast. I was like, okay, yeah. And of course, here I am opening up the bread, putting the cheese down, doing this, put it in the toaster. Her butt was about ready to leave me, and I was like, don't move. And then 2 seconds later, all you hear is this ding, and I'm like, I'm ready for you. And I pulled out her food, plopped it in front of me, and I'm like, now what? And she goes, I want this, 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 and that. And I'm like, okay. I cut it in half, and I was just about ready to wrap it up. And I looked at her, and I'm like, you better not be moving because, and I wrapped it up, put it in the bag because she had already paid. Because we're good. It
Yeah.
The other day we were fast, there wasn't a lot of people or anything like that, and I gave it to her, and she goes, "Thank you." She goes, "Yeah, you fast," and I was like, "Yeah, if you stay in one spot, yeah, you know." So every single time now, I'm like, "Don't move, just stay put." And my coworker, who usually works with me on Saturdays, she opens with me. Her name is Dakota. Sweetest girl ever. She goes, "Oh, you are good." She goes, "I got to do that more often when she comes in." I was like, "Well, yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, you can't be passive aggressive the whole time, saying, 'Oh yeah,' like,
You have
um,
to speak up.
yeah, yeah." Well, I learned the hard way on that.
Uh,
You know.
I can
especially
guess.
with especially with all of the Karens around. Like
Mm,
it's one thing, and they do it because uh you can't, you know, say anything properly or anything like that.
yeah.
Best
Yeah.
believe I'm going to be cussing you out after you leave though. I'm in the back. There have been a couple of times I'm in the back, in the way back, in the hallway,
Cheers.
just
Cheers.
cussing
Yep.
colorful language the whole way through. Fricka fracka like that. My sister comes rolling by. She goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like,
Uh huh.
nobody died yet. No body count, no body count, no body count. I always
I
do
haven't
that.
even found a shovel yet. Sorry.
Nope, nope. The other day she's like, no tarps, no nothing. And I'm like, no tarps,
Nope.
no nothing. And she goes, so we've been playing nice in the sandbox. And I'm like, yeah, but I really want to throw sand right now. she's like, Kat, you are too much. She was like, what am I going to do with you? And I'm like, nothing because,
Because you know you can't get
yeah.
anyone better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But it was funny because, some of the young kids are like, oh, I only got like 15 hours and whatnot. And this one girl goes, why is she keeping you at like 20, 22 hours? And I'm like, because she's keeping me at 22 hours because she knows that if someone calls off and she absolutely needs me, I will be
Hmm.
there. I'm only like uh, 5 minutes away from the house, and she's done it before. And the girl goes, oh, well, what do you mean? I was like, let's say so and so calls up or calls off for the upteenth time. Um,
You're there.
and she calls me up, and she knows as long as she picks me up, I'm going to be there. She
Right.
goes, well, what if she doesn't pick you up? And I'm like, well, then I guess I'm hoofing it there. I got two legs.
They work.
That's how. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I'll have to do tomorrow morning. So
Mm,
you know.
huffing it.
Oh yeah. She she's like, oh, so you're just. I was like, to put it in a nutshell, I'm the on call person. I'm like the fallback guy. You know.
You're like
Usually,
the trusted one.
hmm the one that actually shows up.
Yep.
Yes. There had been a couple of call offs and no shows. You know this if you
Oh, yeah.
whenever you yeah, you know this.
Yeah. There's
And
always going to be one or two.
oh yeah. And
Sometime,
they're
yeah.
and they're always faithful to do that, but they can't be faithful doing any other stuff,
Yep.
which sucks. And it was funny because um something happened or uh someone came into work, and I'm like, oh, thank you for showing up. And they're like, well, why wouldn't I show up? And I was like, well, you never know now.
No ice cream?
Yeah, no ice cream.
I got a
What?
dirty look. Teasing, hun.
It's in the fridge.
Aw, you lucky duck. All I heard was ice cream. So I'm like,
No,
ooh.
he's not gotten me any ice cream. He went and picked up our roommate Gordon. And Gordon
Oh,
works
okay.
at a gas station, so you pick up something,
Mm.
right? But I was just
Oh,
teasing him because I can.
oh. Well, you're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Yeah, yeah, he'd do the same
Yeah.
thing with me.
Yeah. I think within like the next 10, 15 minutes, I'll
Yep,
hop on
that's
because
what I'm.
it's been over the 3 hour mark.
3 hours.
I'm so proud of
Nice.
I'm so proud of myself. First time I go back online and I'm on live and I go for 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow or not. What, tomorrow is Thursday?
tomorrow's Thursday. Oh,
Yeah.
poop.
What?
Um, Michaela and I were supposed to be on.
Yeah. No, actually, I had said something to her earlier, and I was like, I'm thinking of going on live, and she's like, oh well, you know,
Go on.
yeah. She's like,
That's
go
right.
on. We'll cancel. We'll support you, and it's
That's right.
awesome because I love you too. I absolutely love you too. Like I know that by the time I get to your guys' live, I'm
Hmm.
like halfway sleeping, but eyes are almost closed, but I keep you on. I keep the live on just, as a backdrop. I might be
I
snoring
know.
and you won't be able to hear that, but you know,
Love
I
it.
gotta help you with watch hours. You know that. So,
It's helpful. Do
oh yeah.
appreciate it, and do
Oh yeah.
appreciate that you like watching us as well.
Oh yeah.
As falling asleep to us.
Oh
I
yes.
do it too after work.
Oh my gosh. Well, everybody does, at
Yeah.
some point.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah. And
just by yourself.
yeah. Yeah.
Seeing
Uh,
a while, hun.
a while.
You love the way. A while.
Oh, a
Once I
while.
get to bed.
Yeah.
I've started a
A
timer, so yeah, but
timer.
that's right
Oh
on my
yeah.
right on the stream.
Oh
Just not
God.
watching
Yeah.
someone's stream.
Who was it? Was it? No, it was
Venom
Venom.
Pals. Well, I had been
Hmm.
doing that before Venom. Well,
Oh
before
yeah,
Venom.
yeah, yeah,
And then
pretty
Venom
much.
does it, and everyone's like, "Oh, Venom fell asleep." It's like,
But I have. You're like, I did it first.
I did it first. I did
Cool.
it first
I thought
many, many times.
I thought there I thought there were I thought there was another person or two besides you and Venom who did it.
After
Wasn't it?
Venom did it, I think Ledka because he was stoned.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually remember that one. I
that was
remember that one. That was huge.
I was like, holy shoot, you
Like
slept
my
3 days?
I
Man, were you
know.
fucked up.
Yeah, he was far out. Far out. Far, far,
We were
far out.
wondering if we were going to have to call your wife and tell her to get you to the
Yeah.
hospital because you were
Hmm.
just going too much, boy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Hmm.
Um,
And
but
who else?
I thought Eric did.
He might have. Eric, there, Brad said
Oh,
Eric was
yeah,
snoring for
yeah.
6 hours on one night.
Oh God, yeah. I thought it was him.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
so
and
thought it was him.
I was watching Todd, the angry Atrox.
Uh huh.
That Todd.
Oh yeah.
And that's when Venom went down because everyone's going, Venom's sleeping. Todd's
Okay.
laughing, going, "You're kidding," and then puts it on. It's like, I wonder if he'd get mad at me for us watching him for a few moments. Here.
I remember that.
That was
Yeah,
great.
yeah. That was awesome.
Oh, the horrible
Well,
things we've done to each other.
well, it's one of those things where I can see how you guys fall asleep. Like if
Oh,
you
yeah.
get tired,
I
you know.
mean, even me with, I try to do stuff during the day. Uh,
Hmm.
but with hurting and everything, usually I'm here just clicking on the computer trying to get stuff done on there.
Hmm.
And like I walk into the kitchen and my back it feels like it's gonna break open. Um,
Hmm.
so a lot of the times I'm not doing an awful lot, but I'm doing a lot
Yeah.
of going through doing stuff on the computer and then getting distracted by something else, doing something, then getting distracted by something else, doing
Yep.
something, and I've done stuff, but I
Hmm.
haven't finished stuff.
Yes. Or my favorite, like actually there are a couple of funny moments. Like if I could tell when I work, like I've been walking
Hmm.
because uh my sister and I will say to people, do you need anything from me before I sit down? Because if I get back up, you're going to either hear a pterodactyl try to get up, or watch a freaking dinosaur try to get up. Because like I,
I'm tired.
when
My legs
yeah,
are dead.
my
Yep.
it's not my legs, it's my feet, because I'm
Mm.
always on my feet.
Yeah.
So I get up and then I stand, my feet are like, nope, we're not doing this today.
No,
You
we're
were
done.
supposed to sit down. And I mean, there have been a couple of times where I will get up or try to get up and my body hurts so bad that a squeak comes out, and it kind of sounds like, well, it's more than a
Yeah.
squeak. It's a pterodactyl comes out of me, and I'm like, oh, like that the whole time. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody laughs. I mean, Riley laughs at me all the time. He's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, Kit
No,
Kat, are you
no,
okay? And
no.
I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's just going to take me a moment to get
Or
up,
2 or 20
or two. And
or
then
30.
I'm usually pretty good if I put my feet down and then I get up slow.
Mm-hmm.
And and then my sister is over here being sarcastic, saying, hold on a second, all the kinks are not out yet. You haven't heard her snap, crackle, and pop yet. But those are always the fun parts.
Yeah.
Or if you're in the middle of doing something and I go from one room to another, and that total amnesia right when you hit the threshold, you're like,
Yeah. Halfway, just after
yeah,
halfway, and you're like,
mm-hmm,
huh, oh,
yep.
wow.
I was like, oh, nice room. I don't know why I'm supposed to be in here, but okay.
Why am I
And
here?
then I'll walk. And it's funny because I have a tendency that when you walk back to where you're supposed to be or where
You're
you started
almost
from,
to where you were. And it's like,
yeah,
oh.
oh, and then you forget again as soon as you get. I've done that like numerous times.
It's like when you've done
Uh,
it about the fifth time, then it's like, uh, did I
yeah, do
want
I
to
really
do
want to
that?
do this? Did I
I think
really
I'm just
need
gonna sit.
to?
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like, did I really need to do that? No, I'm
it's a
good.
bad day when I've
Yeah.
done it so many times, and it's for my tea because
Oh,
I want my tea. People are gonna
oh,
die if I don't get my tea. It's just the same as you with coffee. Is people gonna
oh
die
yeah,
if I
yeah.
don't get that? That's
Mhm.
just the way it is,
Mhm.
and I can't even remember to get it. This is a bad day.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to do this when I jump off of here pretty soon. Um, get myself a big old mug of chamomile tea,
Hmm.
but I can only take a couple of sips, or else I'm going to be. As soon as I lay down, I'm going to be right back up because I have to pee so bad. Uh, it
Yep.
never fails. It never fails. I get
Mm.
to a comfy spot. I thought it was bad when I was pregnant. You know, it's bad when I'm not pregnant and I'm just being me. You know, like
Yep.
perfect example. I have the fan position to facing my bed,
Hmm.
and what I'll do is my backside will be facing the fan, so it hits the fan. You know,
Hmm.
uh, that
To get
it
the temperature
yeah.
regulation.
Oh yeah. And then my leg will go up. I'm straddled to like blankets and whatnot, and I'll be so comfy. And then and then out of nowhere, bam,
Bladder.
my bladder is like, did you forget something? You know, we do work, you know. I do work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is that it doesn't tell you before you get into that position.
No, no, because
Not
you are
a
so relaxed.
tad, nothing. And then once you're
Hmm.
relaxed, poof.
Yep.
By the way,
As soon Oh yeah. By the way, we need your urgent attention. And then if you try to ignore it, it just gets worse. And it's like, oh right. Do I really need to go there though?
yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh yeah. But I've
Otherwise, we're
gotten
spending more time cleaning up.
yeah, yeah. But it was funny because half of the time, you know, nowadays nowadays my bladder will be fine, you know, all
Hmm.
of my body parts will wake up at like 6:30, right when my alarm clock goes off. I'm like, you know what? I can deal with that. I can do that.
Hmm.
You know, if that's but now I wake up before my alarm clock goes off. Even if
Oh.
I go to bed right now, which is almost like 1:30, I will get up or subconsciously get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's what happened yesterday too. Like yes,
Oh.
last oh yeah, last night I woke up thinking that I was just about to get up and put on my clothes because I thought I was late. And then
Hmm.
I looked at my phone and I'm like, it's really dark in my room. So I looked at my phone and it was like 5:15. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna go back to bed.
It's
Didn't
worse
did
when you get all the way to work and you're sitting there going, damn, it's quiet.
Yep, yep,
Oh, that's an hour before I'm supposed to be here.
yep. Hmm. Yeah. Well,
Fun.
it's yeah, yeah, it's really fun. Uh, because we live in Amish country here, and
Oh,
what will really set your mind, wondering is Sundays. Almost everything is closed around here, well,
mhm.
except for Subway because that's not Mennonite or anything like that. But anything that has to do with Amish, Mennonite,
Yeah.
whatnot, they
Anything
close shop.
religious.
Yep, anything religious, even Chick-fil-A, uh, everything closes. And so the only place that is open besides us
You.
is the Chinese place. So here's the Chinese place. Here's us. We have like two storefronts away from each other, and so it just looks odd having the Chinese place open sign and then us. Like we are so far away from the main drag that
Mhm.
nobody even sees us on Sunday, or they think that we're closed. I get more, believe it or not, I get more calls on Sunday saying, "Are you open?" Yes, we are. "I'll be there in an hour." And then they never show up, which is fine by me. Which is fine by me. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
sure, sure.
Yep.
I'll see ya next
Yeah,
week.
but it's oh yeah. It's uncanny because it depends on, you know, what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll get the church rush and that's it. And even that dwindles,
Mm-hmm.
from week to week. Um, but yeah, it's like a ghost town here on Sundays. I'm like, is this even Ephrata? Where am I? What? And yeah, it Sundays are like literally surreal. Um, because you know everybody else stays home, and then all out of nowhere, all you see is horse and buggy everywhere. I'm like, well, where did all you come from? Why are you out now?
What is
Why
it?
are we?
Just past church?
Yep, yep.
Must be
Whose
noon.
house are you? Whose house are you going to? And why are you going 20 miles an hour? Actually,
Because the horse can
depending.
only go that fast today.
Yep, even on a trot, even
Hmm.
even on a trot.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's
You must have a
hilarious.
good farrier. So, oh no, they'd have their own farrier set up.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
He's ugly looking though. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, working behind that, one of those hot things, the a farrier
Oh, okay. Yeah, like a
for doing
fryer.
the shoes, horseshoes.
Oh, oh, I know what. Yeah, yeah. I think. Yeah, I know what. I might not be able to, say it, but I know exactly what you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, yeah, they have
Yeah.
a weird name for that too, don't they? They always
A
have weird
farrier.
names. Yeah, farrier. I
Farrier
thought it was.
is an old English, I think.
Yeah.
Forge. Thank you, Brad. I always forget the name of the
Ah,
thing that you
forge.
stand behind.
Yeah,
Yeah, the farrier is
yeah.
the actual person doing
Ah,
the blacksmith.
oh yeah. There is uh there is an Amish, I call it a row house
Hmm.
because they like are stuck together. But
Okay.
they're so small. Uh they built like four. homes like stuck together. And so,
Nice. Brad
oh, thank you,
did a
Gary.
farrier business for almost 15 years.
Sweet. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, but the Amish, they have what looks like this little warehouse,
Right.
and you hear it's so awesome walking by them. Uh, Whenever I walk by them, I hear the clanging sound of locksmith or
Yeah.
the blacksmith, and it's just so cool. I'm over here being nosy, just like what are you doing in there? He's off in the corner just doing his farrier
So you're not
business.
as bad as me who'd bounce right over and go, hey, what you doing? May I take a look?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Well, around
bad. I do
I
stuff like
know. I know.
good trained, but can
Yeah.
be very dangerous. Yep.
Actually, that's true, Brad, because one of the Amish men
Mm-hmm.
actually lost his arm. Yeah.
Ooh. Got it in
Yep.
the got it in the forge or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I overheard him talk to so, to this one dude that was talking to him. He was telling him how he lost his arm because all you see is him pushing the manual mower with one
Right.
arm, and he it takes him a hot minute, but he once he gets a routine,
Yeah.
you know he's like, I can do it. I I asked him all this. I asked him once, like a week or two ago, if I could help him mow, and he goes, "No, I got this. I got this.
Kicked, bit,
I'm,
stomped, laid
I'm,
on. Yep.
yeah, I'm."
The horses are interesting.
Mhm. I got slobbered on by one of their work horses. Made a bad. I okay, so um, I remember I got off of work. Oh, thank you, Gary. I got off of work at like a decent time. This was when I was using my sister's other
Night,
truck.
Gary.
I was using my sister's truck before it conked out on us.
Right.
And it was hilarious because um, um,
That hurts too.
mhm, yeah. And the horse and buggy was sitting right next to me. I made the mistake of having my window down,
Uh oh.
and as soon as the work horse started moving, like was gearing up for the
For the
green
green?
light.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the green light, he looked over and he's just, I guess he didn't like the bridle. He didn't
Right,
he
yes.
slobbered he right into the car.
Oh.
Right in, like I was like
And that don't smell
I
so great.
oh no. Well, I'm glad that it was my uniform and not like a really nice shirt or anything, but I
Yeah.
literally had horse slobber on me. I remember being on my Bluetooth with my sister, and I said, "Oh," like that, and she goes, "What's the matter?" And I said, "Well, the horse that is standing next to me at the red light just flung drool my direction." And she goes, "Oh God." You. She goes, "Is it just on you or the rest of the truck?" Because she
Oh,
knows that they tend to get really drooly. And I
yeah,
was like, "No, it's just
because of
yeah,
the bits
yeah,
and
because of the
depending on
bit."
what kind of bit they have in there.
They
I thought
usually have the big one. No nails and foot that had feet broke
from
from
horses
horse stomp.
stomping.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
I
man,
get a
Brad.
little I get a little leery when the horses stomp like that though.
Yeah, with the bump, bump
Yeah.
to the side type of deal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had one
And
horse
I'm
stick me in a corner. Just
ooh.
decided, okay, you're there. I'm gonna just press
Oh
against
yeah.
you. You're not going anywhere. And I'm like,
Oh yeah. Well,
oh, you're big.
yeah. Oh God. That is so funny. Um, but yeah, some of the Amish horses,
hmm
they might look pretty, but yeah, being
Yeah,
around that.
they can have a toot.
Oh God, yeah. There's this one horse. It's the sweetest horse, and with the sweetest family. But you could tell that they take care of this horse.
Right.
And I made um, I every time that I get off of work early, I make myself a sandwich before I go, uh, because I'm usually hungry by the time I get home. So I
Right.
usually make myself a free sandwich and then come home, scarf it down, and then after I change clothes, of course, and sit down, eat, do whatever. And I got I forgot that my backpack was open, and this horse decided that I was
There was salad
going.
in there.
Yeah, yeah. I was going this way. The horse was coming this way, and I thought the horse was going to stop. It did, but then it smelled food in my backpack and decided that it wasn't going to listen um, to its owner and grabbed my it literally looked over, grabbed the edge of my backpack, so I felt a tug. Sure enough, it decided that it was going to try and take my sandwich or the bag with my sandwich. I was like, no, we're not doing this today. I was like, oh, this is cute. I
Thank
was like,
goodness for nice orders. Tip good.
yeah, hmm
You know what's really bad in vet clinics? Yellow labs, not the brown or the reds. Nope,
the
yellow
yellow
lab.
one.
A yellow lab.
Okay,
Yellow. The golden labs, the golden retrievers, and golden. Oh, the big fluff guys. What? Not. They're related to Keeshon's. They're look like great big lions. Uh,
oh, I know what you're
yeah,
not mascot,
the
but
golden one. It's always the frickin' golden dogs in the
yep.
vet clinic. If you have them in the back, they're gonna pee on you.
hmm My mom had
Always.
my mom had a golden cocker spaniel named
Those
Missy.
two.
hmm Every single time she hated the vet, and my mom made the mistake the first time around because my mom always had, the coolest cars and whatnot. When I was little, we had a Ford Tor or we had a Taurus,
Mm-hmm.
which is a car. It was durable and all of that stuff. My mom treated it like her baby and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, kept it clean. It was always awesome. I didn't have to clean it, she did. But Missy, uh, I think she was like 5 or something like that, had to go to the vet for her shots and whatnot.
Uh oh.
And she got in, and then she realized halfway through the journey where she was going. So my mom, she's like, well, she better not pee in my car and blah
Oh
blah
no.
blah. And I
She
was
didn't
like, well,
just pee.
now,
She peed and pooped, didn't she?
oh yeah, yeah, all over the back seat. My
Oh.
mom, my mom was like, well, I would have you do it, but that's cruel and unusual punishment on your end. And so she did clean. She cussed the whole way, the whole time. Very colorful language, very expressive.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say Missy was in the doghouse for a while. Um, not not to be outside, but
But
uh,
yes.
we put her. My mom put her in the garage because she couldn't stand the thought of putting her outside for long periods of time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just how my mom was. But she best believe if Missy did any type of wrong, she was going to
Be
the
in the garage.
garage. Oh yeah, and we would hear her howl and cry and all of that stuff, which broke my heart. You know,
Oh,
I'm this little kid going, but mom, she's she's been in timeout forever. And my mom's like, I don't care. So, of course, she gets out of timeout, and we love her up. The next time that she had to make a doctor's appointment or a vet appointment, my mom, even before she left, my mom would make sure that she, you know, put puppy pads down all over the back seat. Um, made sure that the back seat of the car was fully stocked and prepared for anything. You would think that the dog was going to be, going to a sleepover. She had, blankets up the yin yang and all of that stuff. Oh yeah, my mom was like, I'm not. She
not doing
actually,
this again.
oh yeah, she made the vet laugh. They're like, "What is all of this stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, the last time she peed, and I'm not
And
doing it."
pooped and
And pooped
yeah,
and did all of, and I think she
and
puked at
rolled
one
in it.
point. Oh yes, I think she puked at one point. Uh,
Yeah,
because she
probably,
was
probably.
because she was
That's normal
overworked.
for a cocker, especially a black
Hmm.
cocker. Black cocker has to. Oh
Yeah.
my God, they are mean when they want to be.
Yep.
Wow, you wouldn't think such a small, well, not too small, mind you, but not
Oh yeah.
very big would be such a prick. Uh,
It's fine. You're on my channel. It's fine. I'll let that slide.
oh, it's just that black cocker spaniels are something else.
Oh
They
yeah.
really
Yeah.
are.
Well,
Uh,
it's one of those things I've noticed that some animals. Now, Maddie, the one that usually comes in or that
mhm.
I usually let in, she's a princess.
Yeah,
You
she's a
know,
little.
if
She looks like a
yeah,
little. Hi, little
hmm
girl. Hello.
if it's raining outside, her paws don't even touch the grass. She won't
Yeah.
go.
No.
She's like dead weight. I will try to, you can pull her, push her, try to kick her off the porch, but she won't go. Mm-mm. I did that the other day. We had an impromptu. I never like to call it thunderstorms around here. It's more
um,
like monsoon season for like 5-10 minutes, and then that's it.
I've
Uh,
seen that type. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, the other day there was like just a 5-10 minute shower,
Mm-hmm.
and she, I think it was her way of being nosy. She acted like she had to go to the bathroom, but as soon as she got outside and was standing on the edge of the porch, she realized that it was raining. And she looked at me and she just walked right back to the door. I'm like, see, I told you didn't want to go out here. I know this because I know this. Yeah, she's
Chris.
oh yeah, she's a Chris. She's sweet as can be, but every little um sound outside.
Oh
If she doesn't recognize the sound outside, then she'll bark.
no. Mm-hmm.
If she barks long enough and loud enough, she'll get a old woman out here. barking up a storm too. And we all know because she's deaf and blind, practically. She has cataracts in her eyes, so
Yeah.
she can't see very well. If Maddie gets to that point where she's high pitched and she's barking, Megan will be like, "Oh, I get to chime in too." Bark, 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 and then she never stops though. She's like an old. Let's just call her. She's an old witch. We'll call her witch. I call her Karen because that's what she is. She gets right up in your face, starts barking at you like, damn it, I need to go to the bathroom, you're here. And it's not when you're standing up walking around doing stuff. She waits until you have a piping bowl of whatever and you're
And then
about
she
ready
needs it.
to. Yes, every single time. And if she can't get a hold of me, she'll traipse her butt right up to my sister and start barking at her while she's eating. And I'm like, dude, I just sat down and I'm eating. I need to shove food in my face. You can wait. You can so wait. But
Oh man.
usually, sometimes I give in, sometimes I don't. It
Mm-hmm.
all depends on
On
uh
how you're
how.
feeling.
Yeah, yeah, how annoying she is. She's always annoying. Yeah, so we nicknamed her the ultimate Karen. Yeah, poor girl. She's so old. I love her though. She won't let me give her belly rubs anymore. She's like,
I
I'm too old.
nicknamed Watson Pup Pup because sometimes I just can't remember to say Watson.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Well,
just gone Pup Pup.
sometimes I can't remember Madison's name, but I call her Dippy Doo because sometimes she'll just walk in front of me and then just stop.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Took me a
I
while
I was.
to. She'll stop.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you were saying?
Oh, I will be going from one point to another, and then you know sometimes we don't look down, and yeah. There have been a couple of times where I topple over her and I'm like, "Oh, there's a person. There's a there's a floofy thing." Didn't know that there was a floofy thing. And of course, whenever I fall, like trip over her, it's always in front of the family members,
Yeah.
so
Has to be.
everybody's laughing. Yeah, it's always nice. It's always nice.
It took me a while to even remember Monroe's name.
Really?
I mean, when we got her, her name was Monroe.
Okay.
And I did not want to be calling her Monroe. But when we
Oh.
got her and she was in the crate and I
Uh-huh.
was patting her to calm her down and everything, I had seen a
Uh-huh.
little video of them going teeny tiny, singing this little song. So I sang Teeny
Uh-huh.
Tiny Monroe. And I'd say, "Come here, Monroe, come here," and she'd come over. She already knew her name. She already knew to come to her name and such.
Oh.
So I figured if a little kitten like this, remembers her
Mhm.
name and actually responds to it, I'm not changing her name at
No.
all because
No.
she was so uh, she was so respondent to it
Mhm.
that I didn't feel it would be right to change it.
Oh
So
yeah.
it took me a while to get myself remembering Monroe. So I
Oh
just call her
yeah.
baby girl
Yeah.
at times.
Well, there
But
there have been a couple of times, like with Megan, I forget her name because she acts like a Karen. I'm like, okay, Karen, yeah, that's it. You know, like
or
I was the one who nicknamed her. I was like, man, she sounds like a total Karen. My sister looked at me and she goes, yeah, she does. And so that's how that happened. And Madison, like with the Dippy Doo or Derpy Dog, you know,
She
uh,
looks like a derpy dog.
well, yeah, she does. But I love her.
we
She's
had,
like the sweetest.
yeah, we had 6 derps. So
Oh,
my mom and dad
well,
did.
oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
that's
we have Derpy and then we have Karen, and they're
yeah,
I think when I get off of here, I'm going to have them sleep on my bed. That way, they don't feel alone because they'll be in the living room, but what what good is that if you can't like be on a bed? So
yeah. And
yeah.
sometimes when they're in the other room, they're like, "What's going in that room?"
Well, yeah. What's going on here? Why isn't
Oh, I
she
gotta go sleep over
sleeping
there.
yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time at camp, I'd have three. I had the one year we had the 3 cats and 7 dogs, and they all
Oh,
slept with me.
holy!
All of them,
You
one
you.
all the way down one side, all the way down the other side, and in the morning, Taz Kitty had a sense of humor. That damn cat. Uh, there was a space, probably about so big, and he'd
Mhm.
go across there. I don't know how he'd get there or why he'd do it, but he'd go across there and use my
Mhm.
head as a landing field. It's like,
Oh, nice.
Taz, what the heck? So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and
Well,
then they
it's
changed where
fun.
my bedroom was to my
Mhm.
brother being in that room, and he was like,
Mhm.
"Oh gods, every morning I wake up with this headache."
Oh God.
Well, that's because Taz Kitty's using your head as a landing zone.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like Stripe. Um, whenever I sit in the love seat, the love seat is usually by the door, and it's between the door to the house and the window. So it fits perfectly within that way. Well, um, Stripes will come up and if he wants to get to the window, but he doesn't want to take the long way around, it's either my belly that he plops on or my leg as a,
A springboard.
a springboard.
Yeah.
And I know my thighs are a little bit jiggly, but when he does it, it's kind of like a ripple effect. It's like, well, how
Yeah.
the heck did you do that? I'm like Houdini, you know.
Like,
I'm
boing.
I'm yeah. I was like, that's not nice. I was like, that's not nice. You are mean, and it's just crazy. And he don't give a shit because
No,
he's
no, you're furniture.
oh yeah,
You're
I'll,
furniture to our
I
cats. That's about it.
I I said something earlier today to him, and he's like, meow. I was like, well, meow yourself, you know, like seriously. And then I'm over here going, oh, great. I'm just talking to cats all the time now. You
I
know,
do.
I talk to the dog, I talk to the snake,
I
you
talk
know.
to my computer
Oh, yeah.
when no one else is on it,
Yeah.
actually, so that's worse.
I, to tell you the truth, I was talking to the TV actually,
Hmm.
because out of nowhere, unbeknownst to me, Stripes was sitting on a remote and I didn't know about it. And sure enough, the TV turns on, and all of a sudden, it got really loud,
Oh,
like
gosh.
obnoxiously loud.
Hmm.
And I'm like, holy crap. So I'm scrambling looking for the,
The remote.
remote. So none of my neighbors think that there's a killing spree because apparently it was, I don't know, it was like
Some kind of
Hallmark
horror.
or, yeah, some type of, who done it, you know,
Oh, boy.
series. I'm like, I gotta turn this thing down. So I'm scrambling, and sure, Mr. Fat Butt over here is like all sprawled out on it, rolling around because he thinks that I'm going to, hug him and give him loves, which I did. But in the process, I'm rolling him from one side to another, to figure out where the remote is. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I found it. Turn the TV down, turn it off because I didn't need all of that drama. And
Mm-hmm.
I looked at him and I got the dirtiest look from him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not the one who did this. You are the one who did it. And I'm literally like talking to the cat and, scolding him. It was so
Mm-hmm.
funny.
Well, I do
Yeah.
that all the time with the, well, not scolding them all the
Yeah.
time, but I do talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
I only scold
Oh,
them when they, what are you doing, you little muff? What are you up to?
yeah. Oh,
I'm getting
it's
the
already.
dirtiest look from my dragon.
Ooh, it's already 2 o'clock.
Yeah, time for you to
Oh,
go to bed.
yeah. Well, it was fun chatting with you.
It
We
was
got to
fun.
do.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Ask me to come on. This is fun.
Yes.
Always is.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Yes. We'll have to
And
collaborate and all of that stuff. And
mm-hmm.
one of these days, I'll go on your channel and
And I'll
your
come
guys'
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
We should do this again.
darn
This was
straight.
yeah.
We'll do
Well,
a fun
thank you,
interview
love.
too.
Oh, it's always fun to do interviews with you. I love it.
I love it.
We
Ladies, thanks.
I
Here,
can.
pillow calling my
Aw,
name. Yup,
yep, yep.
understood.
Oh yeah,
Later's Brad.
yep.
Later's
Later.
everyone else.
Thank you all for coming in, supporting my channel. Thank you, Sherry, for always supporting me. I love you.
Always. Love
All
you too.
right.
You take care.
Yep, you too.
Night night.